Okay, I think we've got everyone in Roll20 in Discord, so I think we are ready to go. We have one who's coming in late, or two, I guess, coming in late. But
sorry.
Well, Jedediah is here.
No, that's not Jedediah. This is this other guy. Jedediah. Oh, yeah, he is here.
had one who's coming
That's
in
why I
late.
said I'm here.
Oh,
Or
okay.
two, I guess, coming in late.
I didn't know you were speaking third person there. What kind of backwards country you come from?
Well, my name
Yeah.
is Jedediah.
And they, oh, wait,
Daggone it,
no,
Jedediah.
I'm lying.
What'd I tell you about them sweet rolls?
They're damn tasty.
Well, I do hear you that is correct. That them sweet rolls, them there sweet rolls, them's good. I tell you something. There's only one thing I love more than sweet rolls, and that's my truck.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing has as much value to me as my truck.
And my mama. You touch my mama, I will kill you.
You touch my truck, I can't.
Me, it's guns. I don't really care about my truck.
You want to know what my mama inside of my truck? That is probably the greatest thing ever put on this earth.
How? No.
Tell me now.
You started this. I shall finish it.
Oh, Jedediah is done.
Okay.
Mama, don't stop.
All right, so I just look ahead. I've got to take about a 20-minute break at 8, just so everyone knows what's going on there.
Alright.
So we'll plan on taking like an extended bathroom break at 8. All right, so this picks up immediately after the last session. We have eliminated Ixazius and advanced. I think everyone advanced a level. So we are ready to jump right in.
That was there, yeah. We do still have, I think we had, 4 days of downtime left that we didn't use?
We only used 3 of the 7.
Yep.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if there's something you want to do with that 4 days of downtime, this is your chance.
I use at least 1 hour and 10 gold to summon my familiar.
Right.
Like how much are potions?
Yeah.
Potions
They are 50 gold pieces.
50 gold.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm.
Prices are straight out of the player's handbook.
Okay. Well, I will go look around for a potion shop. Supposed to try and purchase 1 potion of healing.
Yes, you can purchase as many potions of healing as you want. Anything out of the player's handbook is unlimited quantity. Yeah, whatever your gold piece will supply. Same thing for alchemist fire or standard poison or anything. Any of those. Those are free. That doesn't require any downtime. You just do that.
Oh yeah, can I try and gamble? Is that a possible thing here?
No.
I got playing cards.
No. I guess, yeah, but you can only make a few silvers off of gambling because there's not. You'd have to spend time to find a higher stakes game.
Anything that makes it.
Yeah, I think we're focusing way too much on treasure. And we will see that by the time we get to 5th level, that treasure is just really a role-playing hook more than anything else.
Oh yeah, no, it's more or less me trying to be able to afford. That's all it is.
Okay.
Can I use my criminal contacts to see if I can find any bounties and do a little side work?
Well, that's going to lead us straight into this mission here.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so I think everyone is familiar with each other, right? Is there anything new anyone wants to share about something that happened when you went to 3rd level or to 2nd level that you want to notify the other people about?
I am battle. Yes. What page are potions on?
It's under adventuring gear in the player's handbook. Okay, then with the information we have from Ixazius, and additional data culled from the communities, it is clear that the regional leader, who is believed to be an individual named Whippant Sangwa, here I'll put that in chat, has established a base in the area known as the Mounds. Let me show you where that is. It's down here in this area here, which looks like just sort of a gentle rolling set of hills, but it's actually extremely rough, very, very hard to get into and out of. So none of the authorities appear overly concerned, as they believe the death cult has been suppressed, and they have no interest in exposing elements important to their defenses on an expedition to the resource-deficient hills. But the Inquisition may be convinced to launch an investigation, but the One True Faith rarely offers financial rewards, as citizens are expected to aid the cause because of their beliefs. But they may reward a successful effort. So we can spend a couple of downtime days to try and elicit a reward for our activity from the nobles if we want to,
Sounds good to me.
before we just go.
Sounds actually like a really good idea.
Nobles, I mean, that's sure to give us some more purpose in this journey. So yeah, I'm up for it.
Okay, so we can do this a couple of ways. We can have one person with the best persuasion check make that with advantage from help, or we can try a group persuasion check, whichever we think is going to give us the highest result.
I believe I have the highest charisma of anyone here.
I only have one, so you beat
I
one.
have a +5 in persuasion.
I have a +6.
Win.
Snap!
Ding!
I feel as if I persuaded you to let me do this.
Done.
Okay.
Persuades off.
Okay. And does anybody have a soldier background or
I do.
Okay,
I
that's fine.
do as well.
Okay, that's good. I just need someone with either soldier or noble. All right, let's make that persuasion check then.
I'm in the test. Do you want me to do it there? Still in the test.
You should be in the. So you don't have a character in. Who's saying that? I'm sorry.
Player 3. I have a character in test.
Okay, yeah, you won't be able to join the campaign tonight, right? You have to have your character ready to go, and I have to have it imported into the live campaign by Wednesday morning. So maybe next week we'll see what the queue looks like. There are several people ahead of you if you just contacted me today. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're free to observe and participate in the retrospective at the end, but you won't be able to actually join the live game today.
Gotcha.
Sorry for the confusion there. Okay, so who's going to make the perception check? I mean the persuasion check?
I guess that's back to Jedediah.
All right, let's
Sounds that way.
make that check with advantage, Jedediah.
Oh wait, it was persuasion. That's a +4. Does anyone have better than that?
No, not me.
I'm gonna take it 1.
Someone said +5.
I think that was the guy that just left.
No, I was reading the wrong one. I was +5, but it's really +4.
Ooh, okay. But yeah, no, I don't. I only have one.
Alright, no worries. We'll do it. That's not gonna work.
Well,
With advantage.
yeah, you have advantage.
Roll again.
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me.
Okay, so we managed to accumulate from the nobles an offer of 21 gold pieces each to go clear out the mound. Doesn't seem to be a lot of interest there in getting the mounds. Seems like a perfectly good place for a death cult to most of the nobles. But they will but if we do successfully bring back evidence that we've eliminated it, they'll give us 21 gold pieces apiece. Anything else we want to do before we head that way?
Nope, not here. No.
Is there much of a following of Gratz around? These cults or anything?
Well, that's not. No one would openly admit
Well,
to.
yeah, no, but if
I mean, if we're going off the mounds, aside from replenishing food, no, which I guess everyone else would be ready, right?
Yeah. Gratz is going.
Pretty much. Sundays though.
Gratz has secret cells throughout most of Dimgaard. So yeah, you would guess that at least in a few of the communities around here, there are going to be some cells to Gratz, some followers of Gratz. Although, say it again.
Can I use the days of downtime to such?
Yes, I don't see why not. Yeah, that seems like a perfectly valid use of downtime. So, make me. You have up to 4 days. You could make up to 4 investigation checks, unless you have a different method of discerning it.
Persuasion, just to persuade people to talk more openly about it.
What about it? Insight? Do you have insight?
Oh well, and like deception, intimidation, persuasion.
Okay, it would be harder. It would be harder with persuasion than either insight or investigation. But yeah, if you want to go that route, that's fine.
Sure. How many? 4?
Up to 4. Okay, so on the final day, yeah, you have discovered strong evidence that in Schmidtford there are people who secretly but actively follow Gratz. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask about joining them.
Oh. Yeah. They will begin the process of initiating you into the cult of Gratz.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else we want to do before we jump in? Gratz is a demon lord. He's got 6 fingers on each hand. He goes all the way back to original AD&D.
So he's a polydactyl?
Yeah. And among the demon lords, he's the only one who is not just completely nihilistic. And like Jubilex wants to turn the entire world into oozes, or the entire cosmos into oozes. And Orcus wants to turn the entire cosmos into undead, right? And you just go down the line of demon lords, and they all want to do something disturbing with all of creation, except for Gratz. And Gratz seems to be a curiously civilized demon lord among the abyss. He actually began as a devil, and somewhere along the way converted to a demon, which is an interesting piece of history that no one has uncovered. But yeah. Okay, so into the mounds we go. It is a very difficult terrain. So imagine, well, you may not have been to the Big Grand Canyon. So the type of terrain is like the Badlands of Arizona and New Mexico. So the hills are not particularly high. They generally are only going to be 40 to 60 feet high, but they have very sheer drop-offs. The reason for that is they were created by the Alshon River's erosion. So they have these deep gorges and high sheer cliffs, calling 50 feet high. And as we are progressing there, coming the other direction, we see a group of 4 humans, and they are almost literally dragging a gnome behind them. And the humans have a sunburst on their tunics, indicating that they are followers of the god Foltus.
Oh, good. Fulton's doing that thing.
Yeah, Fulton's rounding up random gnomes, taking them to be crucified.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
So are we going to...
Gnomes.
Yeah, they just serve, they salute you in passing, and then they are moving on their way. If no one has any interest in saving a rando gnome, we can move on.
No.
No, it kind of deviates from our current course.
Probably deserved it.
We don't know the criminal history of that movie. Deserve it.
Oh.
That's right, we don't know the criminal history of that gnome. Could be the Lord of the Dead himself.
Okay, so where did this go to? Get it. And moving deeper into the mounds, we infringe on the territory of a group of giant wasps. Yep.
Ooh. Oh. Hate you already.
Motherfuckers.
The last time I had to deal with something that flew, I missed every damn hit.
And they
Well,
come
at least they're big this time, so
How big are we talking?
medium size, about like a flying human. Yeah, and they come
Oh my god.
that's a disturbing thought.
they come screaming out of this abyss
Giant
over here,
pincers.
and I don't think we have a way to avoid these guys attacking.
Staff of Radiant's sake.
So let's see how we do at our new level.
Anyone have that rage staff?
I'm gonna take advantage of my alert from the stone to get a +5.
Okay.
I can't see my token. Am I supposed to be able to see it?
That didn't help.
Oh. Who can't see their token?
Rasmus. I can't see anybody's tokens. I didn't know they were up yet.
You might
Yeah.
have to either zoom out or scroll down a little bit.
Can you not see that right there?
No, I can see the map and the white box with the number 1 in it, but no tokens.
Probably somewhat useful.
Can you see that?
Moron.
Can you see that? Oh.
No,
Yeah.
that happens.
You can set the zoom in and zoom out level. There's a little magnifying glass on the left there. Like I almost always have mine down to 50 or 40% to make that manageable.
Ooh, 50%. Oh, I gotta move
Need
this
a
turn
token
over.
for my cat.
For your,
These guys are not playing nice.
what is your cat?
Uh,
I mean, is it your familiar? Your cat familiar?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, find familiar.
Does anyone have the purchase here thing Odron? Just not on Genetic yet.
I'm sorry, has the what?
Yeah, no, I ended up I ended up having it for last time before we ended up stopping. but
Odron?
Yeah, Odron.
Yeah, well, we also have
Yeah.
Hatos.
Oh, yeah, actually.
And Var. We have Hedros, Var, and Odrun at this point.
Var is still taken though.
Yeah, I've
Like,
got that one.
One of us still have Var.
Wait, Var's the one with the... Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, Var is the one that you have.
I'm sorry. Who has the cat? By the way?
Bakbar. Bakbar.
Bakbar. And what's the cat's name?
It's called Ray. R-E-Y.
Okay.
In theory, there should be a character sheet there like that, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hatos is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. And the only thing is I don't know what resistance is, and I don't know what channel divinity is.
Okay, and Kevin, can you see if you can control that cat now?
I can.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
I gotta play Druid with Wild Magic in the future.
Right, so Bakbar, you are first.
Awesome.
I may switch to Hatos because I plan on going War Cleric.
I'm just gonna charge right in and swing at that Phoenix team with my maul.
Okay. Looking for armor class 12. Wait, let me make sure that's right. These guys may have a little higher.
Nice.
Armor class 14 is what you're looking for.
Awesome.
11 damage.
Great weapon.
Okay. Anything else from Bakvar?
Nope, that's everything.
Okay, Luke, you are next.
Feeling spicy. Very spicy. Shout to the others, stand back for a second. Charge into this one. I'm going to begin starting to use something a little bit that I learned from level 3. I went down the Eldritch Knight and I have Thunder Wave. Casting that.
That's awesome.
DC 10, so.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, Bakuvar, these guys are 20 feet in the air. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to explain. Yeah.
Well, that's lightning. Or is thunder not sound?
Thunder is sound. Yeah. So I
That's
think.
what I thought that was.
So wait, but going back, is Vaknar going to do something else?
No, I think I'll still go up there and swear at the sky.
Okay. So I think Thunderwave can still get up to them, right? Isn't it a 10-foot square?
It's a 15-foot cube, pretty much.
15 foot.
Yeah, from my position.
Yeah. So you could do it at the top of you and get these two with no problem.
All right.
So
That's
that
fair enough.
Thunderwave there. DC 10 seems awfully low. You don't have.
Yeah, it's because its reliance is on my and my intelligence is 0.
Where do you get? You're an Eldritch Knight.
It has a spell attack bonus of 2, and that just adds on.
Yeah, and you're an Eldritch Knight. Is that where that's coming from?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Constitution thing.
I would Battle Master.
Do they still take damage even if they
Yeah,
save?
it's just halved if it succeeds, but if not,
Okay.
then it's half damage and they're pushed. But I'm not let me double check how far. 10 feet away from me.
Okay. All right, so this one's shoved back 10 feet. Anything else from
With
Lukai?
that, I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge. Make my move towards this one here, and then try to I'd be able to. Are they 10 feet up? Is that what it was?
20. They're 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air. All right, then I guess in this case, then I'll just try to fling my head. I'm gonna use my hand axe and try to chop it out of the sky. That doesn't make any purchase.
No, you're looking for a 14 on these guys.
Okay, then never mind. That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So, how did your cat get to a 17, Bakuvar, in initiative? Did I skip your?
Oh, he rolled an initiative for the cat.
I did. I think someone else did.
Yeah, I rolled an initiative for him.
But it does roll initiative separately. It seems like it rolled a 15 that has a +2 dex on cats.
Cat OP.
Okay, so it needs to do something, whatever you're wanting it to do.
It's just gonna chill there for now.
Okay, all right. Jedediah.
Alright, I'm going to bust out the short bow and attack the one straight beneath me. I don't know why it's not letting me click it, but regardless.
$23 for 9. Okay. Anything else from Jedediah?
Gonna hold the rest.
Well,
Boy, we're gonna see those stuff.
right. So this one comes sliding down and attacks Bokavar. But I'm sure that a 9 will miss, and it will provoke. Right, it will provoke as it flies back up. So it swoops down, attacks, and then flies back up. Is Bogvar? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, that hits. Okay, Rasmus, your turn.
I'm just gonna move down to here, and I guess hold until one of them gets in range. All I have is melee.
Okay. This one's going to swoop down, attack Bogvar, and then fly back up. 6 will miss though. Zell's turn.
The one above Bokvar and Rasmus, I'm going to shoot with my longbow.
Okay.
Correction, I'm going to miss with my longbow.
Anything else from Zell?
No, I'm gonna just kind of sit there.
This one flies down to attack Lukai.
16 misses.
Okay, and it will provoke from Lukai as it flies back up.
I'll take that opportunity. My rapier.
That will hit.
Dealing a 10.
That was a nice hit. This one will do the same. And it will miss. Wazir's turn. What is Wazir going to do? You might be muted there, Josh. If you're saying something, we can't hear you.
There he is. Maybe your mic's not set up anymore in Discord? I don't know. So can't hear you.
I was supposed to stop this
Oh.
Oh.
Don't know why it stopped to that. But anyway, so are any of them on the ground? Are they all flying back?
They're all 20 feet in the air. Yep.
Yeah, I was ready in action.
Okay. Go there. So this one flies down over here and attacks Lukai.
Alright.
21.
The DC. Oh.
And then I need a DC 11 con save, and it'll fly back up. Right.
Just barely pass. But I
Take 4 piercing. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna check that one.
Okay. Bokvar's turn.
They're all in the air right now.
Yes, they're 20 feet in the air.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Bless on me, myself, and then Ramus and Luca.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
And your cat.
He will run over and stand between these two. And that's it.
Okay, Lukai.
I'm going to take a position right here. And I will hold my turn until the next one that ends up moving into my range is ready to be sliced.
Okay, Jedediah.
Alright, gonna make the same attack at the one directly south of me. Roll a 1 on the deck.
Okay. He's bloodied now.
And then that's the rest of my turn.
Alright, so he's going to fly down here, attack Bokvar, which I think will trigger Bokvar's ready to action.
I wasn't ready to actually. Just
No, he blessed.
cast Bless.
Oh, that's right. You cast Bless. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Alright, so a 10 will miss, but now he'll provoke as he flies up again. Crit.
Nice!
Right, and then he falls to the ground. Rasmus.
I guess I'm still in the same boat. I'm just going to kind of move over here to get in position. And just be ready.
Okay. Actually, this one we can take. So he's actually, I think that'll trigger Wazir's ready to action when he gets within range there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then he will attack Wazir. 17 to hit.
No. This was the wrong one, isn't it? Should be a giant wasp and swarm.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But that'd be the same. Well, it would actually be an 18 instead of a 17.
Yeah, it still wouldn't have.
Okay. And then he'll fly back up. Zell's turn.
I'm going to try for the bloodied wasp.
Okay. That,
23
yeah.
for 9.
Okay. He collapses in a insectoid hulk.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. This one will trigger Rasmus's ready to action.
Okay.
That's going to hit.
I'm trying to remember why it's not triggering the damage.
Oh, you have to
click short sword.
Okay.
on it.
Oh, on the thing.
Yeah, there it
Yes, in the chat box.
Gotcha.
is. This one will do the same thing. 22 to hit Rasmus.
Yeah, I think I'm more like a 16.
Okay. Then a Constitution save to avoid the damage. All right, so you take 5 points of piercing and 5 points of poison. And then this one will fly back up. Wazir's turn.
Guess the word in the ass still. Let's ready in action again.
Okay. This one, so he'll come down and attack Rasmus. 11 will miss Rasmus though, and they'll fly back at Bakvar.
I'm gonna move over here and ready in action when it comes to range.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Cat statement.
Lukai.
Alright, obviously they're not going to exactly go for anything like this, so I'm going to go ahead and move up here. Ready my action again.
Okay. Jedediah.
Alright. I guess I'm going to attack the one just north of Bakvar with my short bow.
Oh yeah, very,
Crit!
very nice. So he's bloodied now. Anything else from Jedediah?
That is all.
Rasmus's turn.
I'm just going to use second wind to heal myself this turn.
Okay. You still have an action. You could ready to attack if you wanted to.
Okay. Wait, I'll do that.
Okay. Zell's turn.
I'm going to attack the bloodied wasp, or attempt to, I should say.
That hits. Yep.
For 7.
Okay, he's still hanging on. He's having a rough day. So let's see.
Getting there.
So he's going to attack. He did not like the being shot with the bow, so he's going to fly over and attack Zell. An 18 to hit Zell.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and then a DC 11 Constitution save. Right, so you do not take the poison damage. He flies back up, which will provoke from you if you have a melee weapon, or you can punch him. Oh, okay. You have a melee weapon in hand? Okay.
You could try to
Oh
falcon.
no, I don't have one in hand.
Okay.
But I do have my
You could punch him, yeah. It would do a point of damage.
Falcon! Punch!
Yeah, you have to roll for that. So, ooh, hello. I just rolled strength save because.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then you add your strength modifier to that too, if I remember right, for an unarmed strike, and that's
So that'll be 4 damage.
yeah, that's going to take him down. Wazir's turn.
Nice.
Fist is mightier than the bow.
Move to the side. Oh, wait.
Okay. So he flies out on the end, comes down. That'll trigger your ready to action, Rasmus.
Alright.
14 is exactly what you need. And all right, so he's going to crit for 9, and then a DC 11 con save.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't get. What was the last part?
DC 11 Constitution save. All right, so you take a 9 piercing from the crit, and then 10 poison from the poison.
I'm down.
Okay. And it is Bokvar's turn. Bokvar, Rasmus goes unconscious. Yep. Took a big hit, got critted by a stinger went right through his eye, it looked like, and now he's. By the way, you don't go. There are no negative values. You just go to 0. You stop at 0 in 5th edition.
Okay. Just kneel down and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Level 1.
And anything from your cat?
No. Like hanging it over there.
Okay. Luke.
Look like Jedediah's boots.
Luke's turn.
They're lovely boots.
Where would you say that my hand axe is laying around? Like, probably around here, when I tossed it?
Yeah. You'll be able to move up and get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to retrieve it. I'm gonna make another attempt to, give it a good old... Well... Actually, let me check some. Let's reach in. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing this stuff. I'm just gonna try and use Ray of Frost on it.
Okay.
But a 4 will miss, so never mind.
Yeah. So you don't have a intelligence modifier? It's just your proficiency bonus?
That's just adding my proficiency? Oh,
Yeah.
that's not right.
Yeah, it should add your proficiency and your intelligence modifier.
Let me look into that.
Okay. Jedediah, but that's still not going to get up to a 14, but just something to look into. Jedediah's turn.
Alright, gonna keep on shooting. And
Crit.
I'll take another crit.
13. That is exactly enough to take him down. All right, so he comes crashing to the ground. Okay, so we got some stuff to do here. First of all, we've got, we'll need some healing. Then we've got some giant wasp carcasses. Right? And there are a couple of things about these. These guys have a carapace that could be used for some sort of armor crafting. They also have poison, right? So we could. So if anyone is proficient with any sort of like armorer's tools or leatherworking tools, we might be able to get something useful off from using that. Or nature is the way you extract poison from a poisonous creature. Poison is going to be more valuable.
Tools to pull carapace off?
Yeah, poison will be the more valuable of the two, but yeah, you could do either one. It's going to be a DC 20 either way you go. It just depends on which.
Oh, okay, so it's one or the other. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? No, actually, everything's fine with my rolls. I just keep forgetting that I don't have intelligence.
Oh. Okay.
I gotta keep. I have my proficiency bonus, but that's it.
All right. So.
Well, Who's do we still have the ranger with us in this one?
Is there a ranger? Is there anyone with a good nature score?
I have a 0.
I've got a -1.
0 as well.
What a survival.
Nature.
No,
Nature. So if we don't have that,
I don't think anyone has a positive intelligence modifier, so I guess not. Right, so then
Okay.
I think leatherworking tools would be the way to go. You could either use dexterity
or Smith's tools.
or smith's tools. You could use either dexterity or wisdom for that.
Smith's tools or strength.
No, not necessarily. Not in this case. You're trying to delicately remove the valuable parts from the carcass. That would not be a check based on strength. Right? They're not particularly hard to remove. It's just the task is complex. And someone should be able to help you with that, so you'd have advantage on the 5 checks.
Which check is he going for?
He's going to make an arm and a smith's tools check, but he hasn't decided what. But it can be
I've
dex.
got a 5 in dex. I can help out.
Yeah, so you can make that. You can either use wisdom. Actually, you could use intelligence. We've already determined that that's not a good one. But we could use
So I can use wisdom.
You can use wisdom or dexterity or technically intelligence. In any of those. Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom's going to be my better option then.
Okay.
Well, I'm proficient. So would that give me the 18?
Yeah. Let's see. You rolled a 16, and then your Smith's tools proficiency in the Smith's tools would give you to 18, and then what's your wisdom modifier?
+2?
Okay, so that's going to do it then. 20 is what you need.
Okay. So that's 1. So 4 more?
4 more. That's going to be another one. Yeah. That 18 is actually going to be a 20. That's going to miss it.
That's an 18.
Yeah.
What, oh. So yeah, okay, so that's a miss.
That's going to
20.
be. That's very good. Yeah.
So that's 4. 1 more, and hey, 4 out of 5.
That is remarkable. You got 4 out of 5. Yeah.
That's very consistent.
That's crazy considering you needed 20.
4.
That'll your bag, man.
Excellent.
What is this going to be? What are these going to be named?
All right, so these would be wasp carapaces, yeah. And what they'll be able to do is you'll be able to craft medium armor for any druid that needs it using it, is the point.
Would it be able to be potentially used to upgrade a shield to a shield +1?
No, it won't be magical, but it will be equivalent to medium armor, and that's going to be valuable into itself, right? Because druids need something that's not made of metal for armor. Okay. And then are we going to take a short rest? We've got
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, we've only got one guy who is really banged up.
Yeah. I'm going to use my. So 6.
Maximus, are you okay? It's looking a little blue there.
All right.
Shouldn't have made the staff joke
Why?
because I got owned in that fight.
What is the D10 there?
Second win.
Yeah, you use that during the fight. We'd have to take a short rest before you could get that again.
I
And
didn't use second win during the
No, I
fight.
used it the first time.
Yeah, he was healed during the fight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's what that was. But actually, you got a good point there. I'll go ahead and use it too.
Who used the second win?
I used it during the fight.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just now used it.
Okay, I got you.
Same here.
All right. So then I guess we don't need to take a short rest. Or do we want to take a short rest? It's up to you guys. I mean, it's...
I do.
Right,
I
wait.
do, so I can get mine back, so I can heal.
Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing threatening you at the moment. The only thing we would have to worry about would be if word got to Wempet and he decided to leave before we got there. But yeah, there's nothing preventing us from taking a short rest if we want to.
We don't have any healers, do we?
I respect.
Aside
No.
from the no.
I will actually be cross-classing into cleric, the level 5 fighter.
Okay, let me know when we're ready to proceed then.
Okay. Quick question: does anyone want to take the Var stone or the Hypnos stone?
Well,
I don't know what they are.
so I
I
was
like
thinking
the
that
Var stone.
I took.
Okay. Well, so the reason I'm asking is because I don't mind switching to Hados since I'm going War Cleric eventually anyway.
Hados is a rope of entanglement, and Var is a stone of good luck. And Odrin is a brooch of shielding.
But you said you're taking Hedos and you have something else now.
Yeah, I'm giving up Var.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Var grants alert for once per day, lesser restoration once per day, and guidance pretty much all the time.
I think.
Yeah, and it's also-
Var.
It's also +1 to all ability checks and saving throws.
Yeah, that sounds good. Try to dial.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what the stone of a stone of good luck, just as a stone of good luck, is +1 to saving throws and ability checks. So that would also include initiative, which is a dexterity check.
Oh. Was not aware. So what's the rope of entanglement do?
Rope of entanglement, you activate it, it shoots out up to 30 feet. The target has to make a DC 15 saving throw, dexterity saving throw, or it becomes restrained until you use a command word to release them, or until they do, I think it's 20 points of damage to the rope, which will then force the rope to release it.
Oh, interesting. Well, with that knowledge, does anyone want to switch up their decision? I mean,
And
I still like Var. I think Var would help.
a brooch
So,
of a brooch of shielding gives you immunity to magic missile attacks, and also resist.
immunity to the force damage, and immunity. Yeah.
No, it's resistance to all force damage, and then immunity to magic missiles.
Yeah.
oh,
So it's good. It's good in those conditionings, and then upon the additions, it's good against blade or just advanced slashing. It's resistant to slashing damage, right?
Bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
When active.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all three.
hmm
And then of course the lightning resist.
don't
It's
roll that.
mandatory. And then luck is like the main thing behind Odrin, I'd say, because it'll allow you like one reroll per day on certain kinds of rolls. Very specific of which kinds though.
well, I'm gonna keep Var for now. Some of my rolls are kind of low, especially my 0 initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that.
Okay, well, when do you want to keep it up? I'll take.
Yep.
Okay, so we are in the area described by Ixazius, but it is not obvious where the entrance or to this supposed cave that Wempet has set up a base at is. So we're going to have to find that. So we're going to have to contribute as a group. It doesn't have to be the same way. So Zell, what would you do to find this hidden base?
I can use survival to try to track where its location would be.
Okay,
Ooh, can I help him with that?
you can help him with that. Yes.
Okay, we'll assist.
So that's going to be... Is this with or without advantage?
With advantage because he's helping.
Okay, so that'll be a 19. Because the
Ah,
+1.
crap! What did I do here? I'm sorry. Give me a second here. I accidentally switched campaigns. It would be a what? I'm sorry. A 20, you said?
19 total.
19 total. Okay.
No, 19.
Okay. So yeah, you find some tracks. They look like they are probably the Templars, but there are also some other humans who do not appear to be part of that group, leading in the right direction. All right, so that was Zell. Uzziah, what are you going to do? You might be.
I have no decent kind of tracking roll.
Uh,
I think I'll just is this someone else?
you're going to help someone else, you said? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jedediah, what are you?
Rasmus has got to.
I think I'll just kind of look around using a perception to look for something out of the ordinary, unnatural that might give away an entrance.
Okay. Who was it that helped Zell? I'm sorry.
That was I'm the one that Luke helped.
Luke helped.
With
Okay.
the searching, so.
All right. Make me a check then, Jedediah.
Do with advantage. It's not helpful.
Uzziah is going to help you.
Pocket
That's
saying.
fine, nothing.
The guy you with that pocket saying, Jedediah.
Okay, give me just a second here. My roll 20 is acting up on me.
I rolled on the left one.
There we go. Okay, so you and Uzziah are looking around, trying to find some clues to the entrance to the cave, and you disturb a couple of swarms of wasps.
Oh man.
Oh, no. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't think a 13 hits either one of you though, right?
No.
Okay, so what is Bokvar going to do?
I wonder if my cat can't sniff him out to find something. I guess would be perception.
A familiar can use anything that they can do pretty much, so.
Yeah,
Okay, make me a perception check then.
I think get the advantage anyways
For keen senses.
for keen smell.
And,
Okay, but he has advantage, yeah.
No.
Okay, so he also disturbs a nest of wasps, which will. Oh, I'm sorry. So does he have what is his passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
Okay, so then a 20, I think, is going to kill your cat. Yep. And then that was your cat. What about you? What about Bokvar?
Is anyone still going to go? I can help them out.
Okay, what is
I've
Rasmus?
already done the survival tracking check.
Oh, what was your survival result? Oh, a 4. Well, it'd be an
It
18.
was a 19.
A 19.
Well, 18 plus the 1.
Oh. Okay, so what did Zell do? I missed Zell then, I guess. Yeah.
No, we started off with me being supported by Luke.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one you didn't. I have the Wanderer background, and I didn't know if that would help out. It says I have pretty good natural control of geography and maps and location.
Okay, so what is Rasmus going to use with that? You might be.
It says basically I can always recall the general layout of terrain and settlements, so I'm just try and get my bearings, see if I can figure anywhere logically where they might be.
Yeah, so likely that would be an intelligence history check, but I don't think we're any good at history, right? So is there something you would rather?
But I can. The only thing I'm really good at is nothing. But I have a couple of bumps in like perception and survival, to where it's like, eh.
Well, you could use survival to try and track. Yeah. With Bakvar helping you. So you don't find anything additional, but you don't. But because of Bakvar's like, hey, watch out for those wasps over there, and so you avoid the wasps.
Just killed my cat.
All right, and then at the end we've got just as the process of trying to find them all, we disturb 5 wasps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 wasp nests. Let's see who they attack. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 2, 3. Okay, so against Wazir, 15 to hit Wazir. I don't think that hits Wazir. 2, 3. 12 will miss. 4, 12 will miss. Does a 16 hit Bakvar?
It does.
Okay, so Bakvar takes 10 points of piercing, and then the last one, Rasmus. Does a 20 hit Rasmus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got that bless thing on me. Is that just saving throws?
Yeah, and that only lasts a minute. Yeah. So, yeah, we've been searching for about a half an hour at this point, and we are not doing as well as we would hoped. So we're going to have to do that all again. Does anybody want to change what they're going to do this round?
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. What are we doing?
Well, the only thing we found a few tracks that we thought might be our desired quarry, but we don't have a location yet. So we're going to need to keep looking for another 30 minutes. So is anyone going to do?
I can do my survival check again.
Okay, with advantage. I think Uzire's helping you, or someone is helping you.
Yeah, Luke K will continue
Luke K.
since it's been pretty well set.
Alright, so I've got the +1s built in now. I just got done doing that.
Oh yeah.
So 21.
All right. So focusing in on those tracks, you find a definite direction in towards the mounds there, and then so that was Zell and Lukai. Uzair is going to help someone. Jedediah, what will you do?
The perception check, looking for things that are unnatural.
Okay. Yeah, so you do. Yeah, you find some things that look like someone was trying to disguise their trail, but you're able to see through them, following along with Zell. We're making some progress now. Bakvar, what will you do? Oh, you're going to help Rasmus. That's right. Or are you going to do something different this time?
I don't think I could do anything better.
Okay, and then Rasmus. What are you going to do?
Before I die, I can try and do another survival.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
There we go.
All right, and that is what we need. All right. Okay, so sure enough, he's worrying about dying, and he finds behind a bush an entrance to a tunnel system here. Let me get everyone's tokens over there. That was a much better round of skill checks than the last one.
Indeed.
Okay, so there is this 5-foot wide tunnel passing through into the bowels of this cliff face. the cliff itself is 40 feet high. The tunnel is about 7 to 8 feet tall as you go into it. It is worked stone. It does not appear to have been naturally occurring there. And then we had a wanderer in the group. Almost certainly this is the remains of a gnome community that was called Gleek Mound that was wiped out here a couple of years ago due to some misunderstandings with some overly eager new adventurers. Yep. But yeah, so this is the entrance. What are we going to do?
Well, I'm going to say either myself or Wuzire. You the other fighter, or is that Luke?
Luke is the other fighter.
Okay.
Well, Wazir's very... I mean, he's got heavy armor. He's a melee type.
He's tanky.
Yeah.
He's got the shield smacking.
Yeah.
If you're asking for someone who's tanky, I'm the most in this.
Right. Well, I'm thinking like going through the path here in a certain order. That way, the people that are lower on HP don't get dropped in an in.
And I would suppose that I go behind whoever's in front for more of a defensive reason. Just saying because of my protection.
Yeah.
I would definitely use it in an instance of any sort of danger.
Okay. So if you want to follow behind Wuzire, I'll take up the tail end, and then the other three can be somewhere in the middle.
Alright.
What's the light situation like? I have dark vision.
It is dark. Yeah, there is no... I mean, it's a cave. It's a tunnel. A dark tunnel.
If things move around, then I won't have an issue with them, but if they're not moving around... it's light.
So we are going...
Yeah, only one person needs...
Okay.
I went to...
All right, so in we go. And we get down to about right here where the one is. And suddenly the shadows begin to lash out at us. How many of them are there? I believe there are going to be, there's 6 of us, so there are going to be 5 of them. Let me look. Yeah. So out of the crevices and nooks in this hallway, the shadows coalesce into what look like they could have once been, well, they look like shadows that are the shape of gnomes, and they attack us because we didn't rescue the gnome and get the password. And so there are 6.
You know, whenever you feel like an asshole?
No.
Yep.
I feel like an asshole now.
Oh, I guess that makes
We
sense.
should have saved that guy.
Was there, what is your passive perception?
Pardon, you asking for mine?
Yeah, was ours. Uh-huh.
Let's see.
9.
9. Okay. Do you have a reason why an unseen attacker would not have advantage from you?
9.
Okay, so there are 3 of these guys attack Wazir. It's going to be a 19 to hit. For
Yeah, that'll do it.
okay, for 7 necrotic, and your strength is reduced by 2. And then a 21 to hit for 5, and your strength is reduced. And then the third one, a 20, and your strength is reduced. All right, so that was Wazir. And we got 1 is attacking Jedediah, and 1 is attacking Bakvar. So Jedediah.
I have a passive of 15 and a cunning action.
Okay, so you'll be able to take it. Actually, I guess we should probably go into initiative. Now that I'm thinking about it. I'm presuming that everyone is surprised. which may not be the case. So let's just let's
I
go.
mean, if they had to move to get to us, then I'm not. But aside from that, then yeah.
Well, they are.
Unless they're protected by something.
They are in the shadows of the. Well, they can squeeze into crevices, right? So they're actually in the crevices of the hallway, right?
Yeah, then I wouldn't notice them then.
But still,
Because they have to actually move in my view for me to actually see them.
we still want
I
to go.
do actually have a question. The VAR grants alert once per day. How long does that last?
Just for a couple of minutes, yeah. Just the one initiative roll is so the one encounter where you activate it. It's not an ongoing thing.
Okay. Okay, so but that's only for the +5 initiative, or just for alert in total?
Just for alert in total, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm surprised, unless a 15 perception protects from that.
Yep. So we've already gone through the first three. Lukai, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 9.
Okay. And then Rasmus, what's your
Like I stated,
passive perception?
12.
Okay. And then Bakvar, what's your passive perception?
That would be a 10.
And Jedediah, what's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. So we need a 16 to not be surprised. So then we get to the other three. So one is going to attack Jedediah. And we did that already. What did he... Yeah. So we got a 21 to hit Jedediah for 6 necrotic and 2 strength. And then the final one is going to attack Bolkvar. Does a 17 hit Bolkvar?
Yes.
Okay, so you take damage and your strength is reduced. And then, oh, I missed something. So Jedediah, the one who hits you, he actually tries to hide and then move away, but his hide does not beat your passive, so you actually get to make an attack of opportunity against him.
Perfect.
I am currently unconscious.
That'll work.
I had way too many of those. Let me see.
You're gonna hit him with a rusty dagger.
My roll 20 is acting up on me.
Too many crits.
Error.
Just a second here. Okay, so that one needs to get in there. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, now we're back to round 2. No one is surprised. Oh, I guess Wazire is unconscious. Right, so that's only going to be 5.
Shit.
All right, so this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to move down in the shadows and try to hit Rasmus.
Damn it.
So 23 to hit Rasmus.
I'm out.
Luke's turn.
I wanna. Did that one have to move past me?
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then I would have had eyes on him. I'm gonna go ahead and make my move towards the one that just attacked Rasmus
Okay.
and go ahead and make an attack with my rapier at him.
All right. This one is doing a horrible job of hiding, by the way. Everybody can see this one. He is.
Okay, then.
Yeah, he's
I'm
actually.
gonna go ahead and use my action search.
Okay.
Make another attack at it, though.
All right, so that's going to hit for 8. These guys don't have a lot of hit points. Where are they? Right, it looks like he takes half damage from that. Anything else from Luke A?
I'm going to take the chance, but I'll go ahead and back up into my original position.
Okay.
Open opportunity, I guess.
He's not going to take an attack of opportunity. He thinks he's hidden.
Okay.
So this one is going to do the same thing, which will provoke from Luke I as well, since he's moving past you, and you can notice him, right? You can notice anything that moves within your vision, right?
The way it works is if they move, and essentially if they, it's hard to actually think of it. See, if they have moved since my last turn, then I can see them.
Okay, well this one is moving, and he's moving past you.
Alright, then I'll go ahead and I'm gonna use the chance to attack him then.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, Rasmus is down. I'm sorry. So he would not actually try to hit Ras. He is going after Luke I. I'm sorry. Yeah, but a 12 will miss Luke I, right?
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, and his do you beat a passive perception of 12?
No, I have 9.
Okay. So, well, but he's moving, so you can see him. You see him move back here, which would have provoked your attack of opportunity. And then he's going to take damage from that. Rasmus, I think we need a death save from Rasmus.
I don't know how to do it.
You just roll a d20.
So on your sheet, roll where it says death save.
Is that good?
No, that's bad.
I think so.
Yeah, you get.
Did I just check the little failure box?
Yeah.
Boo.
Right, so this one's going to move up and attack Jedediah. So a 22 to hit Jedediah.
Good night.
Or I'm sorry,
Welcome to
it's
the
actually,
club.
it's actually a 24, so it would be the crit there. So another.
So 16.
Okay, wait, I've got to do some retconning here. Somehow these guys are doing way too much damage. Yeah.
I noticed.
So go on our wing and say it's all 20.
I don't know where the 2d6 came from. Okay. Wait, this is going to change things.
Sneak attack.
Somehow these guys got...
Being defeated by a cave.
Yeah, actually, they're getting 2d6 every time.
Yeah, each one of those should have been just 1d4 instead of 2d6. Okay, so we got to go back.
Well, that's different.
That would make a big difference.
Okay,
So we gotta start over.
well, I'm just going to reroll the damage. The attack roll is right. The 1d20 plus 4 is correct.
Yeah, no, the attack
But the damage is all wrong.
but
Okay, so against Wazir, we had 4 hits. So this should be the damage instead. The strength drain is right, but the damage is wrong. So we got So,
No, it's 3 hits, wasn't 4. Third was for someone else.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. The 4th one was on Jedediah, and the 5th one was on Rasmus.
Okay.
Those were the initial sprite.
And then here's the one that hit Jedediah. This should be the.
5, 4, and 3.
So I don't think that. So that's going to be 9, 12 instead of the whatever it was. So.
It was 26 the one.
Yeah. And then Rasmus was hit twice, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So there's the corrected damage for, and then Jedediah was just hit again.
Yes.
All right, and then there's the correct damage for that. Okay. So now it's Jedediah Sparks' turn. Oh wait, as this one moves away though, his 7 is not going to beat anyone's passive. So Jedediah can attack him as he fades into the crevice.
Ooh, do I get to attack as well?
And Zell can too, yeah.
Woohoo!
They get
That
So are
hits,
these
yeah.
physical gnomes, otherwise?
They are the disturbed remnants of the gnomes who were killed here in a traumatic event, and then they were not properly disposed of.
Okay, that makes my my thoughts a lot different then.
All right, so
Does a 20 hit?
yeah, they're only armor class 12. Okay, so
Endemol.
that's going to be halved. Okay. Bokvar.
Yes.
wait. Don't I get a real attack?
You do. I'm sorry, I missed you. Yep.
No worries. Then I'm going to attack twice. Now I don't get sneak attack because they're engaged with me, right?
Right. They have receded into crevices here, but you can still poke in at them, sure.
Alright, well, I'm going to poke them twice with my daggers.
That'll hit. And that'll hit. Anything else from Bokvar? I mean, from Jedediah. Yeah. Okay, it is Bokvar's turn.
Did we reroll the damage for both of them?
Yes. Let's see. The first one was, I think, for rerolling the.
Who's there?
Yeah. The first 3 was, and then there was a 3 for the 4th hit and a 4 for the 5th.
I think it went.
Bokvar, you were the 5th one, so you had the 4 with 3 strength reduced.
All right. Are there any currently hittable?
Yeah, both of these guys are.
one right there.
Yeah,
He thinks he's hidden.
but he had a 5 on his stealth check. So
Okay.
this one has a 7 on his stealth check.
I'm just gonna swing a hammer at his face, see if it does anything.
Yeah, that hits. Anything else from Bokvar?
Nope.
Okay, Zell's turn.
Alright, so the one next to me is hittable?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to subtract 5 from my total roll to attempt to add 10 damage.
Great weapons master.
Yes, of course! Hey, look at that!
19 still hits.
19.
So I'm also initiating trip attack. So he has to make a DC 13 strength check to avoid being tripped.
They cannot be rendered
Part
prone.
of one of my battle master maneuvers.
You'll still make the damage, but he cannot be rendered prone. They're immune to being rendered, but you will still add the damage to it.
Okay, so that let me get the D8 for the superiority dice out of the way. And then great sword. So 23.
Okay. He dissipates.
39.
Right. So he dissipates into wisp and whispers. Anything else from Zeh?
Does that count as him dying?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to swing at the one to the left of Rasmus then.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Did not intend to highlight that. Same thing. 10's going to miss.
Yeah, 10 will miss.
Alright. That's my turn.
Okay, Uzair's turn. Now, Lukai can point out this guy's location, so you can't actually see him, but you could attack with disadvantage if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll try. 10.
10 will miss. Alright, so this one is going to attack and then try to move away. An 18 to hit Uzair fails, right?
No, 19.
Right. So he misses. Then this one will move up and do the same thing. A 22 should hit for 4 necrotic and 4 strength reduction. And then his 8 is not good enough to beat your passive perception, so as he withdraws into the crevice, you'll be able to see him and attack.
How's me again? Okay. 12?
A 12 is what you need, yeah.
I'll smite him then. 2d8? It's another 7 radiant on that.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 slashing, and then he takes the full damage. Or actually, they may be vulnerable to radiant. Let me look.
Some shadowy things though.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be. So actually, he dissipates. Yeah, he completely goes away. Anything? Oh, the next one.
No, that's just a reaction.
Yeah. So he moved up attack and then failed his hide check, which turned out to be lethal for him. And Rasmus is Rasmus unconscious? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. Low high. All right. So this one's going to attack Bokvar, but Bokvar can see him, so he doesn't have advantage. He's going to miss. Lukai's turn.
I feel like it was I can keep bending around. I'm going to go up here and help them out. Attack this one in front once again, and I'll just attack with my rapier.
Okay.
13. Don't think that hits right.
Yep. Yeah, they're only armor class 12.
Oh. Alright, so 2.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've got you. Also, I warned Wazir about the one that's apparently been dodging on the feet. Doesn't see him yet.
Okay, so this one moves up and crits. For, so I need another d4. For a total,
Damage.
for a total of 6 necrotic and 4 strength reduction. Rasmus needs another death save.
Okay.
And then it is Jedediah's turn. That's a good one.
Instead of
Can I still see the one next to me?
I believe they're all visible now. Yeah.
Can I get the Rasmus to give him one of my healing potions and pour it down his throat?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, Rasmus, you get healed up a little bit. Bokvar's turn.
Thanks, sir.
And it's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Correct.
And do I roll that or does he?
Anybody can roll it. Yeah. What is Bokvar going to do?
Probably you. I'm gonna use Lay on Hands on myself for 4 points.
Okay. And this is Zell's turn.
I'm assuming the one to the left of Rasmus is still kicking.
Yes.
Okay. Same song and dance. And a miss.
Yeah. Okay. Wuzire's turn.
That'll be it.
What is Wuzire
So
going?
all of them are visible.
Yes.
I'll move up and hit on 14, 7, and I'll smite it as well, I guess.
Okay. That one is still holding together. So he'll move in and attack. 16 misses though. I don't know what that's doing there. All right.
No, not at all.
Okay, so this one's going to attack Lukai. 20 to hit Lukai for 5 necrotic and 1 strength reduction. And it is Lukai's turn.
Actually, I guess it would depend on how you're unconscious.
Yes, short rest is an hour. Okay, Lukai's turn.
If you, sorry.
I don't want to take a break during the middle of combat, but I've got a minute to go and I've got to make a phone call.
All right.
So,
The one to my left, I'm going to make an attack at. Try to help Zara out here. 14.
that'll hit.
All right.
Alright, so
I'm just gonna
he'll attack back. An 18 to hit Lukai.
Just hits me.
Okay, for 4 necrotic and another strength reduction. Rasmus's turn. Okay, both of those hit.
Be 8 total, I guess.
Takes half of it. Jedediah's turn.
I'm gonna pull out the short bow and then shoot at the one next to Rasmus.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Woohoo! Oh, you're fine. We were just playing catch up on what the new guys had missed the first couple game sessions.
Oh, okay. All right, so we are in the middle of it. So Jedediah, you were going to take out your bow?
Skipped, because it was on me and you clicked a button.
Or did I?
No, it's still on you.
Mine's gone. It's on Jedediah on my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because
I skipped Rasmus.
You logged back in on your new computer, right?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh,
No,
wait.
yeah,
that was
I'm back.
switching them. Yeah.
Okay, so I skipped Rasmus. Is that what we've decided?
Yeah, can I go ahead and swing?
I think you can. Yes.
Woohoo!
17 will hit. Yes.
Nice.
All right. That one disappears into a shadowy wisp and a faint whispering sound. If you understand Gnomish, you would.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you. Jedediah's turn.
Alright, thank you. Oh, I thought I already went.
About to cry.
Alright, then I'm going to attack the one next to Lukai.
Okay. That will hit, yes. That one's,
I looked at the 6. I was like,
that one disappears as well. Anything else from Jedediah? Okay,
No, that is it.
Bakvar's turn.
Is this a spot directly to my right one I can actually move into?
Yeah, you can move up, yeah. Yeah. Oh. There's only one left, though. This one right here.
Yeah. I guess if I kind of squeeze by everyone to be like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you could get up here and attack, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go swing at him with my maul. Assuming I could see him.
Yes, he had an 8 or a 9 on his hide check, so.
Okay.
12 is precisely what you need to hit him. Yeah.
Thunk.
Okay.
That would be everything.
Zell's turn.
Is it possible to get to the position just to the left of that shade?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to do so, and I'm going to swing at it. Same thing. Great weapon master. -5. 10 is gonna miss.
Yeah, 10 will miss. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Uh,
The effort. I'm gonna action surge though,
okay.
and try again. Hey.
Yeah, 17 will hit. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So 19.
All right, so that one disappears into a cloud of shadows and a faint whispering in Gnomish. Okay. There are no apparent openings in this tunnel. It just appears to go deeper.
I'm gonna go second wind. There.
And
Not a bad option.
there's a lot of strength
Need to
damage
take a short
there.
rest, guys?
I would love it if we could.
I rely on my dexterity mostly, but I mean,
So what's this? Does it come back on a long rest or is it a short rest, please, right?
A long rest for the.
Second wind is either.
Yeah.
He's talking about the strength reduction.
rest.
Yeah, we got a lot of strength reduction in the party. Is the
Okay. Do we want to opt for a long rest then?
actually,
Is it a
Oh,
safe
yeah.
place here? We'd have to march back
I
to
mean,
town?
the way that they came out of crevices, like, can I peer into the crevices?
yeah. So this is just very old. Yeah, it's just very old, and it's just because they are shadows that they can exist inside these shadowy crevices. That they're not really much more than cracks in the wall along here.
Oh, okay, so it's okay. I was looking for bones, pretty much.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, but never mind.
I think a short rest would be good for us.
Yeah, I could use a second heal.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a short rest then. That way people can heal up and recover somewhat.
Okay. We're going to do it in the hallway here, or are we going to move outside? Or
I'm gonna vote that we go back to the entrance.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Go back to where?
Here.
Okay.
And I will keep an eye into the entrance there while everyone else rests, and I'm not really suffering anything.
Like, given the experience with the previous bees, I'm just gonna like sit directly out of the sun, just barely inside the cave.
How did you guys set up that for the second win?
The second win, I pretty much just put it under the, you know where we have all our attacks?
Yeah.
I just put it under there and insert the information myself.
Ah.
Although I do have to remember that I have to keep updating it every time, which I didn't do for this time, actually. God damn it. I mean, that's how I even set up this battle.
I need to decorate my walls.
Roll a wood piece to just for the short red.
After a short rest, do we get our strength back from the shadows?
Takes a long rest
Takes
to
a
restore
long rest, wait.
the strength.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry.
But also during my short rest, I'm just pretty much hoping that maybe this one true religion here, the one true faith, maybe they can show some kindness to the patched over gnomes of this mound here.
Okay, just testing my second wind roll here. Wow, that would have sucked too.
That was a terrible
To
test.
do that.
Yeah, that would suck.
Alright. Alright, like I said, just go to your weapons and make a new one. Name it Second Wind so that way you can keep it in mind. And just switch the attack roll to being, you don't have it add anything, so you would just go to where it has the line. So that way it doesn't try to... Actually, no, you click off the attack and just instead type in the damage being for your healing. Click off of whatever modifier it could have, and then just add your level at the very end.
Is this strength reduction a disease or poison?
No. It's just an effect of their attack.
It's more like a curse.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels more like a curse, actually.
I got you.
So I think how much strength damage did Zell take? How much does his strength
I
reduce?
took none.
He didn't take any? Okay.
Like 7.
Wait,
Right.
who? Mine?
No.
Zell took none.
Yeah, Wazir took a lot.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Belkvar took some strength damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Lukai only wears medium armor. That's interesting.
Yep, it's because it's better for someone of his race to be more prone to move.
And what? How much strength? How much is Rasmus's strength reduced?
You never told me any of the strength reduction. I just got hit the one time, but
Oh,
that's it.
yeah, it was
I
in
don't know.
it was in the chat. It was with the damage roll there.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you look at,
I'll go find it.
it's supposed to be right beside it, pretty much.
And the reason I ask is because to where you're wearing chainmail, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you need a 13 strength.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you're fine as far as, but I think that Wazir,
Puts me at a 14.
yeah, Wazir.
I had 20, so I'm okay.
You what? I'm sorry.
I have a 20 strength.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. All right, so that's good. That was the point. I was
One.
okay.
I lost a lot, but not enough to make me lose my armor.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we finished our short rest. We ready to go back in?
Yeah.
Okay, we get to about right here. And a wave of necrotic energy sweeps through us.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah. So DC 15.
Good way, like those
Oh, good night.
Okay. So Wazir's strength is reduced by 2.
And now I got my hit down.
Well, you can wear it. You can wear it. It just reduces your speed in half, right? So your speed is 15 instead of 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'll take it.
Does anybody
my
have?
total's 18.
Okay. Is anyone proficient in Arcana? First of all.
bucklers.
Hot damn, I don't die.
Okay. Then everyone has advantage on it, right? So that's the first thing.
Okay. By the looks of it, then, Bogfire and Woozy are the ones that are the only ones that suffer from its full state. Everyone else just takes 10.
Yeah, and Wazir's the only one who was failed by more than 5, so that's good. And then this opens up into a room down here. Okay, and
Actually, at this point, I'm gonna stick with Rasmus. So Rasmus, wherever you go, I'm sticking beside you. And I'll look over.
right, so humans.
Like the huge.
Humans wearing clothing in dark colors, half wear tunics that have highlights of deep red reminiscent of bloodstains. The other half have an embroidered tooth on their tunics. And there are 10 of them in here, half of each, 5 with the tooth and 5 with the blood. Is anyone fairly decent at religion? Like a 15 or better at religion?
What?
Does anyone have a +5 to religion by any chance? Okay, otherwise,
No.
right, everyone can make a religion check. You don't have to be proficient in it to make a check. But if you were +5.
Right here, bro.
Holy shit!
That makes sense. It's a paladin.
You got 20/20.
Paladin of blah.
Rasmus and Volkvar both recognize the iconography as that of the deity Vecna, who specializes in undead.
Oh.
Which is what I'm about to become. Repair my bludgeoning weapon.
So these guys look up at you. They say, "Yeah, you are a motley crew. Why are you in the Gleek Mound remains?"
We're looking for an individual, isn't it?
Say again.
Was looking for an individual, right?
Yeah, we were sitting here by the nobles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's really only one individual of any interest here. That's Weapon. I'm assuming you're here for Weapon.
Yes,
Yeah, that was that name you gave us, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We're here for the same reason. I guess we're all bartering for the same information. I don't know. We wanted to find out how the altars empower their undead, so that we can do the same thing with ours.
Science to Caius.
Right. Yeah. Caius apparently has done something cool with his altar, and we're hoping that Wimpent will help us figure out what that is, so that we can do the same thing with ours.
Is there an altar here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what that thing is with the can?
Oh, in this room, no, there's not one in this room. This room is decorated for receiving guests. Like this is a pool, right? And here's a conference table type thing and a smaller table. Yeah.
Okay, so question: after you get your information, do you care if he dies?
Well, we have no particular affiliation with Wimpin. He was once a member of our cult. He's pretty fickle. His loyalties are questionable. That's the reason we thought we might be able to negotiate with him for the secrets. He's
Alright.
he's moved around through several death cults over the years before landing with Caius. Well, we were talking to him a couple of hours ago, and then he disappeared. We don't know where he went. This appears to us to be the only chamber in this part of the compound. So exactly where he went, we're not sure. But he said to make ourselves comfortable, and he would see what he could do as far as getting us some information. We haven't finished our negotiation yet. I think he wants us to produce a price that we're willing to pay for what he can convey, but we're not really sure what he can convey yet.
I see.
Well, he probably doesn't himself.
Well, side note, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we are also here for him. The bad news is we were sent to deal with him. So
There we go. Well, we were set to deal with him as well. That's why we're here. We're hoping he will be amiable to a deal.
And I think we are the enemy of our enemy is our friend. So I think we shall be allies.
Why not?
You misunderstand. When they say deal, they mean a literal deal, as in information, money, and
I'm agreeing. So I guess I need to roll a deception check.
I think we can use this.
Although I think it's invalid. I think we've already laid our hands out. So never mind.
Does this man intend to return to this room where you guys are just chilling right here?
Well, we just arrived today. We had some preliminary discussions. He apparently had not examined the effect closely enough. He's just much more of a participant than analyzing it. So he disappeared, saying he would see what he could figure out that he could convey to us. And then he wanted us to be ready with a price for that information. And that's where we have left things. We are waiting for him to return.
can you talk to the dead or anything? So that'd make this a bit easier.
Can we do what? I'm sorry?
Talk to dead.
No. Someday we may be able to, but we haven't learned that skill yet.
I was wondering if I could just, over the course of this conversation, just cast a message on each of the party members and just suggest quietly without alerting them that perhaps we could set up an ambush, agree with these guys that we could try and get information out of him, and if he shows up, we ambush him when he's not expecting it.
We could, but that could quickly turn into all of them against us at the same time.
I mean, as long as they get the information, they don't really care what happens.
But if we ambush him, they're not going to get anything.
If we ambush them afterwards, so they'll get what they want, and we'll get what we need.
So are we just going to come in here and hang out and wait on him, or?
What about disguising us as part of this cult? So that way it's a little less suspicious.
Maybe to him, but I'm sure the cult members would be like, why, if you're here to just deal with him?
Got a point.
He doesn't know us though, right? That whipping guy? He doesn't know any of us.
I
No.
don't think he knows any of them either.
The only way he would know you would be your descriptions as a result of your interaction with the with Ixazius or Salmon the week before. But he wouldn't have any direct knowledge of you.
Maybe we could use the drow angle. Like make up something like they sent us there or whatever. Make up some kind of bogus reason to have to talk to him. And then once the cult gets their information, bam, kill him.
Possible. So, do we want to just wait then?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Huh.
Okay. Well,
We can ask the cult guy, but like, hey, since we're all waiting for him, do you mind if we wait here too?
That's kind of. I'm sorry, I gave the wrong name for him earlier. His name is actually Rayson Marth. I don't know where I came up with the other name. I think I must be mixing things up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, they have no problem with you waiting at all. Yeah, if you want to go in and wait with them, yeah, they don't have any issue with that.
what were the two cults that are in here now? Velka and who?
This is Vecna. They're also very they're closely affiliated with undead, right? You may have heard of the Eye of Vecna or the Tooth of Vecna or the Hand of Vecna.
It was his hand, isn't it?
Yeah, there are 3 artifacts associated with Vecna: his teeth, his eye.
It's only 2.
That may be true in 5th edition. Yeah, in previous edition, the original Vecna collection, there were 32 teeth, an eye, and a hand. And in order to utilize them, you had to replace them, your own, whatever it was, with that item. So in order to use the Hand of Vecna, you had to chop off your own hand, and then the Hand of Vecna would magically graft it to. And then the 32 teeth.
I remember that.
Yeah, the 32 teeth, each one had a different minor ability, and then if you assembled all 32, you would get these great special abilities. But I think they may have left out the teeth after
Ensure the power.
the initial one. Yeah, and he's
There was some adventure these guys ran, and this is with Vecna, and they were going. The final prize was supposed to be this fabled head of Vecna.
Yeah.
And everyone was arguing over who's going to chop their own head off.
yeah. That's that's supposed to be whether that's actually true or not is it's still funny. Yeah, the head of Vecna. Yeah, but yeah. So these guys will allow you to wait with them. They have actually with a 20, you would know that within the cult of Vecna, those associated with blood tend to be martial in nature, like the warrior type, the warrior caste, and those associated with the teeth tend to be arcane casters, just for reference. So we're going to wait here for Rayson to come back, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we could use the long rest anyway.
Pretty much.
A long rest is 8 hours, and not waiting 8 hours.
Dang,
How
really?
long it takes.
It takes 8 hours. We're not gonna nap.
With watches.
Well, you need to rest. You need to be sleeping. One of the same around 8 hours.
Yeah, of that 8 hours, you're going to have significant sleep involved for it to qualify as short rest. I mean, as a long rest, but. Yeah, but the question is, are we going to wait here, or are we going to do something different? Or are we just going to attack now? I don't know.
I don't know about these guys.
There's a lot of them, not a lot of us. I say we just wait here and see what happens next.
I mean, yeah, it's almost 2 to 1, and a lot of us have strength reduction.
Well, wait.
Okay, so we all go into the room, make ourselves comfortable. About 30 minutes later, a guy comes in. He seems rather surprised. He's like, where did the other half a dozen of you come from? And you don't appear to be members of the. You don't appear to be followers of Vecna. I agreed only to share information with Vecna because he is a like-minded entity to Caius. They both.
Oh, we're not here for any of those details. We're actually emissaries of the Drow Reclamation. We were sent to talk to you on their behalf.
Okay. I don't really have a lot of interest in Drow, but
we can wait till you're done with these people.
what is it that you're looking for from Caius's agents in regard to the Drow? I don't know that there's a lot of overlap there.
It's more of they're looking for some services from you. They're wanting some assistance with where they can move to. There was a little bit of a fallout, and they're trying to establish a base of operations somewhere.
Okay, so what we have here is the upper elements of what was once a gnome community, and it sprawls deeper into these hills. I wouldn't be averse to sharing that territory with the Drow, and it would be interestingly acclimated. They would be acclimated to that, right? It's a subterranean compound, just like the gnomes were. As long as they agree not to interfere with my activity, right? This is a nice central location for me to operate throughout this part of the frontier. So I wouldn't have a problem with them occupying the other parts of Gleek Mound, but they would have to excavate it, and then they would have to agree not to interfere with my activity. But if they agree to that, then yeah, we are.
Okay. Well, I think we can, if you don't mind, we can wait till you're done with your information sharing with these individuals, and because that way we can get potentially some type of a writ from you for them. Like I said, we're just emissaries in this aspect, so we would need some type of proof that you have agreed favorably to those conditions, if you will.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. I'll be back. I don't know how long it's going to take this group to extract what they need. I wasn't able to get much on my own from the. He turns to the other cultists. He says, "So I wasn't able to. I don't know how the altars work. Just to be frank with you, I examined them. Short of damaging it, which could provoke some sort of a defense mechanism, I don't know what to do about it. But I will allow you to examine it in exchange for a reasonable fee." And the Vecnans discuss that amongst themselves, and they decide that seems reasonable. And then the 11 of them head down the hall, with Rayson leading the way. What's my best passive perception, by the way?
I've got a 15.
Okay.
15.
So what are we going to do? They are heading down the hall. They turn this corner here. They're going to be out of sight at that point.
Okay. Is he? Did he tell us to wait here, or?
Yeah, he said to wait there. Mm-hmm. Said he'd be back. Didn't know how long it would take to resolve things with the Vecnans, but he would. Okay.
Well, that gives us some more time to rest, since that was only 30 minutes.
Okay, so you hear there.
Should I try to stealth and go after them, just to keep an eye and make sure that he's coming back?
Let's see where he goes, at least.
Okay,
At
so
the very least.
so you hear the sounds of their traversing gets to about here, and then goes suddenly quiet. Like you would expect to hear retreating footsteps and their voices getting quieter and quieter, but it sounds like they are like somewhere in this part of the hallway, and you can hear no other signs of their traveling.
perception check that hallway for a secret door?
Uh,
I'd like to perception check for
Okay.
a secret door.
yeah, you can get there and make a perception check. You can do.
Dice don't fail me now.
Is there anyone who does not have a negative modifier to wisdom? Oh, well, that's all right. That's what you needed was a 20. Yeah, so there is a secret door here.
I have a 5 naturally to it. No.
Okay. So there is a secret door there. There's a small plate that hides a little switch right there. You could open that secret door if you wanted to.
Do we want to take a chance and see if they have to come out and then ambush them when they come out, or what?
He did say he was gonna
There
do that
could
for some
literally just be the room right on the other side of that secret door.
No, I'm not saying we go in. I'm saying we.
No,
patiently
like
wait.
if they see the secret door open at all, they're gonna grow suspicious.
Exactly.
That's why I'm worried if it's just a room.
Yeah, I would err on the side of caution, and we just kind of hang tight.
We just keep an eye out on that way.
Yep.
You know, obviously, Jedediah has beautiful vision, beautiful baby bird eyes.
Meanwhile, we can
I
actually
have
check
no-
out this
I have no
room
eyes.
and
Yeah.
we can check out the room and see what we can find in here. For instance, I'm assuming that's a well. You said that table was it like a desk?
Yeah, this is like a conference table, and this is just a small table for sitting more intimately. It's just generally a place you can tell where he receives guests. Right?
Okay.
Right.
You say intimately?
Yeah, like this is like a small card table, right?
Laying down.
Hey, sweet.
Okay, what
Hey, we have time to play cards. Who wants to play cards?
what is Jedediah going to do? You're going to stand in front of that door?
No, I want to slide back over here and just kind of chill by the door within eyesight.
Okay, so about 15 minutes later, the door opens. The Vecnans come out. They wave down here at Wazir and Zell and start heading out. And then after the 10 of them leave, the secret door closes.
Well,
There were 10 of them before, right?
Yeah, there were 10 of them. 5 teeth and 5 bloods.
What if we flank the secret door in case someone else comes walking out?
that's what I was kind of thinking would be a good idea.
Okay. So yeah, we could have. So Jedediah, you've got stealth, right?
Stealth and range.
Okay. So you would probably be a good option for that. And then we would probably want both the fighters at least in a decent close range if needed. Which I think we're already situated there.
Well, has enough time gone by for us to use another hit dice?
It's close.
To heal up?
Mhm. It would be close. Wait another 15 or 20 minutes and you'll be able to.
Alright, well then I'm going to move to the other side of the door, a few feet away from it, and continue to wait. I think that's our best course of action. And stealth if I can.
Okay, so yeah, we can complete a short rest if you want to. Yeah, we can.
So before that completes, hey, I got all my HP, and that's almost a max roll.
I didn't.
Nope. Really good at rolling that, actually.
Yeah, second wind
Never
is
fails me.
typically, yeah, it's typically supposed to be like whatever hit die and then plus your level.
It's always thankful.
Plus your fighter level. Just your fighter level.
Yeah, Uzziah, just so you know, you should add pretty much whatever your fighter level is. I'm pretty sure you're more than one fighter level, aren't you, Uzziah?
Oh, he's spinning hit dice. He's a paladin. He's not a
okay.
fighter.
Never mind. Never mind.
Ignore that.
Okay, so then what are we going to do?
I rolled a 22 to go stealth on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to give him about another 30 minutes and then kind of go check in?
Sounds good.
But wait, hold on. So, I've had a short rest, and he still hasn't come out yet.
He still hasn't come out after the short rest. No.
Let's go to him then.
Okay.
So are we just gonna kick the door in, knock on it, or how are we gonna go there?
Well, no,
So,
Like
Unusual to
civilized
knock on a wall.
personnel and step on the secret button, of course.
yeah, the switch to open it is hidden, but it's not. I mean, once you know it's there, you can just open it. Yeah.
Open sesame.
So yeah, this is a large chamber filled with bones. Bones like litter the entire floor. Down here,
Oh, Jesus.
down here is an altar to Caius. Has the painted skull with the green wreathing worms around it, and Rayson is like I told you guys to wait there. I told you know. You're awfully impatient.
I'm gonna wait a long time.
So, what is it you want to do? I don't. I thought you were supposed to have something to do with the drow that you were going to bring to me or whatever.
Well, no, we're here for the writ. That way, like the writ of proof of favor for them to
Oh, okay.
establish a base of operation.
All right, so I can do that for you. So he comes over here to this blood-stained table, as looks like he's probably put several creatures to death here, in great pain, and he starts.
Is he facing away from us?
Well, there is really no facing. He's kind of looking back and fidgeting, but he starts writing out a writ for you on a piece of paper, piece of parchment.
Okay. I'm gonna.
If I go to
Come up
make
here
a
to-
sneak attack with my bow, he'll notice.
Oh god.
Yeah, he would notice it if someone were to start drawing a bow on him. All right. So what is Zell doing? Sorry.
Going up to basically, see that he's actually writing it, and then whenever he's done, accept it from him.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So he finishes writing it and hands it to Zell.
Okay. Put the handy dandy writ. Creation.
And
And our,
How do you spell his name, by the way?
here, I'll put it in the chat here in Roll20 chat. There we go.
our job is to kill him, correct?
If you want the reward, and if you want to stop him from spreading, so he's already promised the Vecnans that they can examine the altar and possibly learn how to empower their own undead. Yeah. So if you want,
The course of action is probably to not let them or him to leave.
Well, I think then the course of action is to kill this guy and then destroy the altar. While he is distracted and surprised.
Wait, wasn't there a little description about the altar potentially doing something if destroyed or ruptured?
That's happened in the past.
that has happened in the
I
past.
know
Yeah.
about this one.
That's fine print stuff. We don't worry about that.
So So we were set to take him out, and we take him out. We get the reward from the nobles, correct?
That's correct. Uh huh.
Okay.
Then
Cool.
I'd
I'm
like
gonna
to
swing
draw
at him with my
bow
greatsword.
and fire
okay.
as a surprise action to initiate combat.
Yeah, it's going to put us into initiative.
I'm okay with that.
You want me to roll my greatsword or wait?
Yeah, we're going to have to go into initiative for that.
Initiative.
Boosh! Hey, I got a 5.
18.
My initiative rolls suck.
Okay,
Warhorse, oh boy.
and then
How goody.
okay, and then I need. So when we do that, from beneath the litter of bones, energies flash up and envelop him. And I need a DC 13 Constitution saving throw from everyone.
Saved!
Saved.
Okay, so
That's just a normal roll, right?
yeah,
That's
just a normal roll. So we,
Damn it.
so we got
Good
Luke guy.
fails me.
This is blindness from spell glyphs. Rasmus, yeah,
Ah!
and Volkvar.
Spellglyphs don't like me.
Yeah, so you guys are all blinded for the next minute anyway, and it'll be Jedediah's turn.
Then short bow for the win. And is Zell close enough to give me sneak attack, or do we get surprise for sneak attack?
That I am within 5 feet.
Yes, yeah.
What do you just answer?
14 will miss. This guy has chainmail and a shield, so that's going to miss.
No sneak attack.
Anything else from Jedediah?
Not yet.
Okay, Luke guy's turn.
Can I spend this turn just trying to get myself recovered from the blindness?
It's going to last for a minute. Yeah, it's not like other spells where you get to make the save again. Blindness is just persists for a minute with only the one saving throw.
So you can't okay, well,
Dispel magic would get rid of it, but, or I think
yeah, okay.
actually I think maybe Lesser Restoration will too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Right, I would have to touch someone to activate it.
Odrin doesn't have that. Oh wait, can I use Odrin still? No, actually,
There.
not at this point.
Yeah.
Odrin's lucky. Would it be impossible for me to use it now?
No, you to re-roll the failed save, you can do that. Mhm.
Okay.
You can spend that luck point to do that.
I would prefer to actually see where I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna use lucky.
Yeah.
If it fails, never mind. Oh, I'm blind and I'm gonna want waddle.
Well, blindness doesn't reduce your speed or anything. I mean,
No, I just don't know if it would actually allow me to walk exactly where I want to go. Which... Seven. Yeah, there we go.
okay. Anything else from Luke guy?
I mean, I would attempt to try and hurl a hand axe at him, but I'm afraid to hit my friends, so no.
Well, that's not really. I mean, you know distinctly where he is. You would attack with disadvantage, but there's no chance you would hit Zell or anyone else.
Okay.
Unless maybe it won't.
As long as I know that I won't end up hitting them, like the worst it hit myself, then fine. Yeah, I'd be willing to try and do that.
Okay.
11.
No, he's at least 18. He's got chainmail and a shield.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Well, that, yeah, I'm just gonna hold off from there.
Okay, so a group of bones animates into a warhorse, and charges up to attack Luque.
What did you say that was?
It's a warhorse skeleton. So it is 23 to hit Luque.
Oh yeah, it hits.
Okay, for 11 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Then it'll go ahead and plump on back and just sort of rides by, hits him, and goes back. Uzer's turn.
Alright, so I'm blind.
Oh, you're blind as well?
I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah,
nine.
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mark you as blind, but yeah.
I'll move next to him, and then... hold on, let me rethink. Alright, that's for a minute, that's fine. It said, yeah, I'll conjure duplicate, which is my child divinity. So there's a visual illusion of me right next to me,
Okay.
but it's classed as it's so real that it kind of distracts him and gives me advantage when I'm next to the illusion.
Okay, how long does it persist?
A minute.
A minute? Oh, that's good.
It's a concentration thing though.
Well, you're not concentrating on anything else, right?
No, but it's still annoying. That's a concentration. But that's it. That's my action.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Lesser Restoration will get rid of the blinded condition, just so you know. Okay. And that is not a spell, right? That is a...
No, it's a child divinity. Yep.
Okay. Rasmus's turn.
I'm blind, so I'm just gonna kind of hang back and kind of be ready.
Okay. Well, Rayson, what's he going to do? I guess. I could attack either one of those. All right, so he's going to attack Zell. And as he goes to attack Zell, all the bones underneath Zell's feet begin to rattle, and I need a wisdom saving throw from Zell.
Good to note, actually.
Okay. And it does not distract you, so then he will just he will attack. There he is. 14, I'm sure misses Zell.
Yep.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and action surge and try that again. So another DC 12 wisdom saving throw from Zell.
My turn.
Right. Then he will attack again. 17 to hit Zell.
17 will hit.
Okay, you take 4 points of slashing damage, and your strength is reduced by 1. And I think he's going to go ahead and move around here. Yeah.
Where'd he go? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just moved away from Uzir. Okay, so skeleton animates back here, and all right, so it's going to charge up, try to trample Luque as well. A 21 to hit Luque
Hits, definitely.
for 10 bludgeoning. Then it'll go tromping back over here. All right, this one animates a little more than halfway down. It comes charging up and tries to trample Zell. 13 will miss Zell, though, right?
Yep.
And then it will provoke as it moves away from Zell.
Okay.
That's going to hit. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 13.
Okay. Nice hit. Bokvar.
Yes. I'm just gonna go dashing in. Use my action to dash. Get up to about here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use, I guess, 3 points of lay out here to myself.
Okay.
No, I use dash. Never mind. Can't do that. I'll just have my turn there.
Okay. And it will be Zell's turn.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna try to attack Captain Misfit here.
Yeah, 21 will hit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was. I was looking at your attack of opportunity. 20 hits, though. Yeah, 20 hits.
Okay. And I am also going to attempt a to use trip attack on him. So he would need a 13 DC strength check.
He's going to try that again. Well, actually, no. Okay. Yeah, he's going to try that again. All right, so he's not tripped.
Okay. Alright, so he's not prone, but I get to roll for the greatsword damage, and he also takes, F. Ha! Lame! So he only takes 12.
12 he takes. Okay.
And I am going to action surge and try to hit him again. 23, which I guess hits. And I'm going to try the trip attack again. So DC
okay.
13 strength.
Right, he succeeds.
Son of a bitch.
He does a backflip over your sweep.
Right? So,
I'm playing hopscotch, goddammit.
13, 14. Good lord!
You need
Put
a
these
D8.
1 on the D8s.
Okay, he's bloodied
So
though.
he takes 14 damage.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, this one, he's no longer just going to let charge randomly. So this one clomps up and tries to hit Zell. 15 to hit Zell will miss, right?
Yep, that misses.
It provokes from Zell as it moves away.
Alright. That's probably a miss.
Yeah, that's going to miss. They're not hard to hit, but they're not that easy to hit.
Your frustration of hopscotch is really getting to you, Frank.
Jedediah's turn.
Frustration of not dropping the boss.
Alright, I'm going to short bow the Rasmus. Sorry, I had a bastard!
13 misses. Anything else from Jedediah?
I'm going to move slightly to closer to the door.
Okay.
Gives me a better advantage over the room.
Okay, Lukai's turn.
Does the blindness for everyone wear off?
That lasts for a minute. Lasts for 10 rounds.
Yeah.
You have to take 10 turns yourself.
10 rounds?
Yes.
Jesus.
Either that or you get the, what was it, lesser restoration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, would me being able to act? Hold on. Should have thought about. No, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to activate it right now.
Going to avoid any further massive, brutal 2d6s. I'm using Blade Ward, so that way I don't have to worry about massive murderings. I'm going to take off towards where Lesser, that trampling that was.
Well, you know where all of the opponents are located from the sound they make. They're crunching across bones and stuff. So
This one's closest though, and I'm not liking that one the most. It proved to be just how crappy the situation is. And I guess attacks are all disadvantaged, yeah?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then yeah. Advantage with my rapier. 8.
That will miss.
And action surge with another attempt. 11.
11 will miss. Looks close though.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, well, we're relying on 2 of you.
All right, this one charges up to attack Zell. A 20 to hit Zell
20 hits, yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit.
for 14 bludgeoning. And then it'll move away. Wazir's turn. Wazir's, you used your reaction against this one. Remember?
We're at the start of a new round.
Well, it resets at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
The bonus action I'll move my illusion so it's standing next to him,
Right? Mm-hmm.
and I'll attack.
Okay, it'll be a straight die roll then.
What do you mean?
I mean, you don't have disadvantage or advantage.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, so that hits.
Or, then I'll slice him. Is it 2d8? Oh, yeah, I should be rolling 3d8 on those guys earlier. My mistake.
So total of 9. Okay.
Is it?
Rasmus's turn.
I'm gonna try and navigate to here and hit this guy.
Okay. We attacking with disadvantage. So 7 will miss. And a 12 will miss.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well. Alright. So first he's going to do that. He inhales, gathers his innate fighterdom, seems to get back a little bit of hit points. Well, he does not like the one guy who can see him, so he will attack. He will attack Zell. 21
Damn.
for 4 slashing and another strength drain.
Alright.
Then he's going to move back behind his 4 horses. Alright, so this one will come riding up, attack Zell. 15 though I believe misses.
Yep, 15 misses.
He'll come clomping back to here. This one will do the same thing. Clomp, clomp, clomp. 7 will miss. Natural 1.
Yep.
Bokvar.
Yeah, he's pretty far. What does that table look like? Does it look like I could climb over that reasonably?
Yes, you could. Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna stumble over in the room, up onto the table, and swing my hammer at this horse that seems to be running around.
We can just leave after we kill the main guy. Who else is on?
I mean, maybe.
Yep.
So 15.
That's going to hit, yeah.
Make sure we're protecting those who can actually see. Like, we've got
Also, we can't get to the
four
main
of
one.
us are just stumbling around, not being able to hit much of anything.
That would be
The worst part is, like, I know two of us are.
It seemed to do some extra damage against the skeletons. Just so you know. Zell's turn.
All right. So I am going to. Who's that? Wuzire is going to get lesser restoration cast on him. I'm going to touch him and activate the stone.
Okay.
Is that a free action or bonus action or what?
Yeah, activating that is a free action. But what is your wisdom?
Mine?
Uh-huh.
I have a +2, so 14.
Okay, so you need to make a... So roll a d20 and add your wisdom to it. You're looking for a 12 or better.
Why am I rolling
So
this?
when you begin casting the spell, even though it's a free action, the bones around you begin to distract you or try to. So you need to make a
Oh, okay, the distraction.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's 10 plus the spell level. So a d20 plus 2 is the caster level check you need to make.
Even though I'm not the one casting it? The stone casts it, not me.
Let me look at that. Does the stone say that it casts the spell, or does it?
Yes. Yes.
It's Odrin, right? No, that's
Var.
not Var. Let's see. Yeah,
This is Val will cast.
No action. Var will cast lesser restoration.
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. So the bones would not distract Var, right? So
So Wuzire
Wuzire's
blindness.
no longer blind. That's correct.
I'm going to second wind. Oh, god damn it. And then, would moving here prompt for an attack of opportunity from the skeleton?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Excellent. Well, I'm a swing at Ration for 24.
Okay.
And Skippy.
And so 8 damage. And I'm also activating menacing attack. So he has to make a 12 wisdom check, or he is fearful of me, which puts him at disadvantage.
Right. So
He makes it.
yeah. But you do.
So let me go ahead and add my D8. So 13 total.
Okay, 13 total.
And that's pretty much what I can do.
Okay, so he collapses at that point.
Stab him in the heart.
Oh wait, he went prone?
No, he goes unconscious. Yeah. So that's going to proc your
Okay.
Great Weapon Master, right?
What a weak motherfucker.
Ah, he had 33 hit points plus his second wind. I mean, he's not a cupcake, but
So that gives me advantage, right?
yes, against him. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and because that's going to hit, I'm going to activate Sweeping Blow to hit the Warhorse behind me as well.
Okay.
They both take 10, 3. Sorry, hold on. He takes 10, so
Well-
13 total, and the Warhorse takes 14 total.
Okay. Well, he actually takes 2 failed death saves. Is what he takes,
Yes.
and the skeleton will take. The skeleton takes how much damage?
14 total, based on what my dice show.
Okay. Anything else from Zell?
That's all I can do.
Okay. 2, 3. This one goes cromping up to Jedediah Spark. 16 to hit Jedediah Spark.
Fuck me. That hits.
Okay, for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck me, I'm out.
And it'll right on past. Jedediah Spark needs a death save. And it will be Luke's turn.
Hey, success.
No such a life, I can't.
And we are in the third round now of the blindness, by the way.
I don't think at this point we're just blinded. Doesn't matter. We know it's not going to go away.
It
So,
will eventually, the last one.
A minute. It goes another.
with the way that these rounds are going, no.
We should all just hide in the hallway.
Anyways, I'm going to come over here to Bogbar, assisting with what I hear from tabling, and try to make an attack. This time with my flail though. 11.
11 will miss. Yep.
Yeah, no. And I guess for a bonus action, I just want to make sure I don't end up somehow going under second wind.
Okay.
That's it.
Hello. This one's going to attack Luke-I. 10 will miss Luke-I, I'm sure.
Yes.
And then it will skitter on over here. Uzzire's turn.
Move. Yeah. 1, 2, yeah. And then I have my illusion up, and it's a 17.
17.
Can an attack of opportunity roll blinded?
You have to be able to see your target in order to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And that doesn't. That's an automatic crit against these guys, by the way, because they're if you use a bludgeoning weapon. So.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'll roll another d8 then.
So 12 total. All right, that one crumbles back into splinters. Anything else from Wazir?
Nah, it's a...
Rasmus's turn.
Alright.
Uh,
I missed both of them.
both of them miss, yeah.
Now, the second one would hit. Or, sorry, never mind. You don't have advantage.
Rayson looks like he exhales his final breath of air and goes limp.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a failed death save.
But his minions fight on. So this one's going to attack Rasmus. Armor class 25 to hit Rasmus for 9 bludgeoning. Then it'll
Damn.
clop into the corner.
These things are... What is he?
And Bokvar's turn.
Even with your disadvantage, you hit.
Yeah,
Nice.
that still hits. Mhm.
Very nice.
And then roll 2 more d6s. It's an automatic crit against these guys. They're vulnerable to bludgeoning weapons. But actually, yeah, okay. It shatters into bony splinters. Zell's turn.
A blind of Akbar for the win.
Excellent. Boop. We're gonna attack that one. Okay.
11 will, or no, you're not blinded,
I'm
are
not
you?
blind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to hit. And then roll another 2d6. So, all right, it is still hanging on.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Okay.
I have any more superiority dice?
So this one's going to attack Zell. 24 to hit
24
Zell.
hits.
Okay.
And that drops my ad
And
down to 0.
it'll come. Jedediah needs another death save. Death save for Jedediah.
All right, here we go.
That's
Success.
another success. Luke Guy's turn.
I hate this. Yeah, alright. Just run backwards and attempt to flail recklessly at this guy, I guess.
Looking for a 14 to hit these guys.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I mean, this is...
All right, so this one's going to attack Luke Guy. It's going to crit Luke Guy for 15. Then it'll
Yeah, that hits.
then it'll move away. Wazire's turn.
No, I'm not happy looking.
Up 15 feet, move my illusion with me, and then I'll ready in action,
Okay.
put it in combat.
Rasmus's turn.
I'm not doing anything against those horses anyway, so I think I'm gonna go over here and just start wailing on this altar.
Oh god.
Shit.
I can't say shit.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a good idea.
it is an immobile object, so its disadvantage. Your disadvantage is canceled out by advantage. So both of those are going to hit. So roll me some damage. Each of those appear to do about half.
Okay.
And you do manage to chink off some flecks of stone. Looks like you will be able, if you continue that, you will be able to destroy it eventually.
Eventually.
Gotta do it for a minute.
What's my best?
An ethereal spirit says, "Keep going, Rasmus."
What's the best passive perception between Lukai, Bokvar, Rasmus, and Uzire?
Don't
I've
even
got a
know the rest.
12.
Mine's only 10.
12. Okay. All right. It is Bokvar's turn.
After hearing some very girly screams as people go down, I'm gonna like sprint 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet dash and just chill here looking around me. And then return.
Okay. Zell's turn. Zell needs a death save.
Death save.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
that's
one
bad.
failure.
Can it?
Oh, hi.
I
I
don't
think
suppose I'd be able to use the ability from the stone from guidance to add to the die.
not while you're unconscious. You wouldn't be able to because you have to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to provoke. Uzire had a ready to action, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to miss though. 14 is going to miss Uzire though, right? And it'll ride back over there. Jedediah. Need another death save.
Either way.
Okay, well, he's got 2 to the good, so if he makes another one, he will stabilize. Lukai's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna run over to this one and first question, would I be able to try and jump onto this horse?
No.
Okay, I figured I'd ask real quick.
You could try to grapple it. You could try to grapple it, though.
Oh, okay. And that would just be athletics?
That would be your athletics opposed by its athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, then yeah, I'm Would that be with a disadvantage though?
No, skill checks are not affected by blindness.
Oh. I mean, you can roll and we'll see what happens, but.
All right, so Jedediah,
It's gonna be successful.
a failed death. Yeah, he can't. His strength is an 18. He automatically makes it at least a 5. So you're unable to grapple him.
Unless he critically fails.
There's no critical fails on grapple check or on any skill checks. You can only critically fail on attack rolls. So he's going to attack Lukai. 16. Does that hit Lukai?
No, it misses.
Okay. And then he will ride over here. Uzair's turn.
Guess subtracted wrong. There.
What's Uzair going to do?
Oh, sorry. Moving on.
No, I did. God damn it.
I can only move 15 feet, so move there, and I'll go to another action.
Okay.
Move up my position.
Rasmus. What will Rasmus do?
Continue my assault on the elders.
Okay. The 10 will miss, but and the 7 will. So both of those, you do not land an effective blow. You're kind of banging around it, but those two did not hit it.
You said the second one, like I wouldn't have disadvantage against it, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah, it doesn't have disadvantage. Yeah, so the second one does hit it. So you feel more chips of obsidian are knocked away from it. Sorry about that. Yeah. Bakvar's turn.
Jedediah's at 2 failed and 6, right?
No, Jedediah's got 2 to the good and 1 to the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna touch Zell, give him a point of healing from my own hands.
Okay, Zell, you are awake with a point of healing.
And take 1 step to the left and then my turn.
Okay. It is Zell's turn. You are awake with a point.
Wheat. Would I be able to get up and move either the bottom warhorse or the other one?
It consumes half of your speed to stand up.
So yes to that one. No to that one. Okay.
No, that would be 20 feet from where you are. I think you moved incorrectly there. That's 15 feet to there. Each one of those squares is 5 feet. Yep.
Yeah, you measured from the
Okay.
front of you. That's what you ended up doing the first time.
Well, I guess I'm gonna down my potion of healing then.
Okay.
So I need this up here. D4. I need 2d4 plus 2.
Guess we could
Not
go
bad.
1, 2, 4 through 6. All right, this is going to trigger Wazir's
And
ready
I'm
to
gonna
action.
hold my action afterwards.
Okay, this is Wazir's. This will trigger Wazir's ready to action. 13, exactly what you need to hit these guys.
I have advantage to my illusion.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So he's only got 2 hit points left. He's going to he disappears in a shadow of splinters. Jedediah's turn.
Cloned up.
Need another death save. That's 2 and 2. The next one will be important. Lukai's turn.
Very important. See someone.
Oh, I think Bakvar's going to wake you up here.
Yeah, it's
So,
not your turn.
Yeah, I can't help you, man. I don't know the human body very well.
Lukai's turn.
Becoming frustrated with this fucking horse now. Yeah, I'll just swing like a madman this time. Won't try to grab it again.
Okay,
Never mind.
that'll miss. Okay, so it's going to attack Lukai. An 11 will miss Lukai. Moves away. Wazir's turn.
Yeah, it's no I can get through in time, so I'll let answer for all the points. It's 15.
All right, so Jedediah, you get 15 points back. Rasmus's turn.
Doing my duty.
Neither one of those hit. Yeah, you're looking for armor class.
Second one did.
Oh, that's right. No, it should be a straight die roll.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
still just take the first one.
yeah, yeah. Bokvar's turn.
I'm gonna take one step back and give Zell the rest of my lay on hands, which is 5 points.
Okay.
And then use the rest of my movement, which would be 25, 5, 10, 15, 25, and start. Just gonna move over here.
Oh, okay.
Like eating on that altar.
All right, Zell's turn. What is Zell going to do?
I have my microphone muted. Yay. Okay, so where exactly do the bones lie, like around it?
Oh yeah, the room is just littered with them. Yeah, just.
Oh. Well,
It's a good old-fashioned necromancer's work area.
Yeah, precisely.
yeah, I know how this went last time. I'm gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. Go over here and basically just use half my action and then just kind of hold my action.
Okay, Jedediah, you are awake again.
And I'm angry, and I'm gonna fire the bow off at the horse thing.
Okay, that's going to hit. Yeah.
Yay, I
Just
did
get some
something.
type of vision. Do they have like dark sight or just not normal sight or something special?
The
Just skeletons.
yeah, they do have dark vision, but there are braziers around this room, so this room is not dark. But
Right.
yeah, they do have dark vision though. Yeah, 60 feet of dark vision. Luke's turn.
Alright. Moving up and around. See if anything will improve from angle. Yelling out how frustrated I am. I can't hear anything. I miss again.
Don't feel bad. I had to fight crows too.
No, like, this is worse because I'm disadvantaged because once again I can't seem to make rolls when it matters.
Okay, so armor class 22 to hit Luke for 14.
And it's
Right, so 14 bludgeoning, and it is Uzzire's turn.
I can. I'll move a little bit, I guess. Oh wait. Actually, no. I'll just. Okay. Yeah, I can dash. Wait, no. I'll dash it there.
Okay. Rasmus's turn.
are you okay?
Both of those hit. Each one of them does half damage. Yeah. Both hit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so when the second hit lands, it's now only a DC 10 to realize this. There is a noticeable shudder throughout the chamber. Like the entire ground begins to quake. Bolkvar's turn.
So the whole ground is quaking?
Well, just it's not continuous. Just whenever that second hit from his club lands, yeah, it just sort of shuddered for a second. Yep. It's Bolkvar's turn.
Okay. gonna move up here and throw my light hammer at the remaining skeleton.
Okay. 14 hits. And then that's not going to be an automatic crit, so another D4. He is okay. Zell's turn.
I move up here and swing at the thing.
All right, that's
16 hit.
yeah, that's going to destroy it. He's got 3 hit points left.
Dish, dish.
Okay. And now we got we've got Rasmus over there beating on the altar. That seems like it's going to trigger a seismic event if it's destroyed, similar to like when the one in the basement set the entire house on fire.
He screams.
Yeah, I'm making my way over towards where Jedediah is because I am not happy.
Okay.
Well, before we destroy the altar, let's investigate. Let's see what's in this room, and then y'all can run, and I can just keep pelting it with arrows from a distance until that shit gets destroyed.
Can we at least wait for the blindness to wear off?
Can we like search the?
Yeah. The blindness is gone in 25 or 24 more seconds. Okay, so Rayson has a treasury, but in addition to his treasury, he has this.
He has a new stone.
I hope it's not a redstone.
Wow.
It is another. It's a passing stone.
Yeah, except that normally a sending stone only has 1 receiver, and you can have up to 4 receivers of this one. You just need to spin. You can produce 1 each. Each.
I would
Sure.
like to take this, please.
Holy shit! No kidding.
Stealthy
That
would
is-
be very nice for me.
That's perfect for you.
Well, aren't you?
You basically get expertise.
Yeah.
with stealth.
And I already have expertise and stuff, so it just like multiplies.
No, the most you can ever add your proficiency in is twice. Yeah, that's hard.
Well, never mind. I don't have expertise isn't specifically stuff, but that's
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
But
it doesn't.
stealth, yes, I'm taking this. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. If you don't have expertise in stealth, then you can,
Stealther.
yeah.
That is
Then let's see.
No more thunderclap traps at the door. Well, all right, that doesn't help us. But anyway,
Damn straight it doesn't.
Alright.
all right. Now what are we doing?
Well, it looks like there's
We're-
a side room.
Yeah, there's a treasury there, and
Okay.
Well, I will stay here.
so he has some loot as well. This is what's in his loot. And then we've got to decide what we're going to do with the altar.
Yeah, we'll do that here in a second.
Does anyone have like a delayed explosive?
So that's 2680. It's going to be 162.06, and then another 100. So 306 in gems and loose coins. So that's going to be
31 each.
yeah,
51.
51 each. Yeah.
I 4 glasses of whiskey. Sorry, guys.
And then there will be a 21 gold piece reward each for returning him. Remember that too. So it's going to be 72 gold pieces each.
Someone grab him, please.
So
I'm gonna drag his corpse all the way out here.
all right, and then what are we going to do about the altar? looks like if we destroy. Yeah.
Guys, get out of here. I'm gonna stay back and just start pelting it with arrows as soon as you guys are clear.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Reach the cave completely.
Yeah. So I have dragged the corpse of dude out with me, by the way.
And I get 20 feet away from the entrance.
Yeah, that would be one thing. Less than that. Okay.
Back here,
That's all right.
close to the exit as I can, and still see the altar.
Yeah. When
Just gonna
when the altar is destroyed, and we can do that with ranged attacks, it's going to cause a cascade. It's going to begin in the main chamber, and this entire tunnel system is going. So this would, if it was under duress, right, we would have to then do a skill challenge to get out of there. But since we've already eliminated, that's good. The real question was whether the Vecnas would be able to come back and examine the altar. So that we've prevented that. That was the point of what we were going to do with you.
exactly.
All right. So we have. Wow, those are expensive. So we have the wasp venom, which is the equivalent of serpent's venom. We have 4. Oh no, I'm sorry. We didn't take the venom. We took the.
The carapace.
Yeah. So we will be able to sell that for a total of 200 gold pieces, for the 4 of them. It would have been. Would have been 400 if we'd have gotten the poison. The poison's twice as valuable as the.
But the armor, if it was made, is only useful for a druid, or is a ranger able to use it?
Well, it would be non-metal medium armor.
Right.
So I don't know if you want to hold each one of those you could use to craft a single set of medium armor. So you could build the equivalent of 4 sets of medium armor from those 4 carapaces. Right. That could be up to you could well actually it could be up to half plate, but probably more likely be more like breastplate. So you can save that if you want to do it yourself, or you can sell them as loot for 50 gold pieces apiece, and any combination of that. If you wanted to sell 3 and hang on to 1 in case a druid came along who can't use metal medium armor. It's up to you guys. It's your loot. So.
Okay.
I mean, depending on how much experience, I could probably benefit from some medium armor once I pick up the gunslinger class. So, nah, just sell it. I'm down with just selling it. Fuck that.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll sell it then.
Okay, so that's going to be 150 divided by 6 would be what? Another 30 gold pieces? Oh, I'm sorry, 200 divided by 6, yeah. Would be
33.3.
33. So that puts us at like a 103 apiece, 103 gold pieces apiece. 51 plus 21 plus 33 would be 106, right? 106 gold pieces apiece, and then we've got the sending stones go into our inventory. Whoever wants to attune to those can. It's up to you guys. And then we actually.
That's definitely Jedediah. Sorry, guys.
And we get a couple of story awards. We thwarted agents of Vecna. Need to record that somewhere in your character sheet because that could come up later.
Yep.
And I think we already have this, but anyone who wasn't, now everyone here destroyed the kite. Everyone here has already destroyed at least one Caius altar, right?
Not everyone that's
Oh,
no.
okay. All right, then that needs to go on as a story award.
4 of us have.
You need to note that you destroyed a Caius altar somewhere in there. Okay, so now we got XP. All right, so we didn't confront the Templars. But we've got, we did thwart the, it's just going to be 75 for the Vecnans, and there's a shadow. 100 for the shadows. And 100 for the 100. Actually, yeah, that's right. There were 6 of us. Yeah, 100 for the giant wasps, and 100 for the swarms, and 100. Missing one. We had the shadows, the curse, the swarms, the wasp, the Vecnas. Should be 6. I'm missing. It had the shadows, the curse, swarms, the wasp. Oh no, that is 6. That is 6. Yeah. So a total of 575 XP.
Anything
each.
for destroying the altar?
That's what thwarts the Vecnans, right? If you don't destroy the Vecnans, they can come in and examine it. All right. So what happened was they thought that Rayson would just be able to give them information, and then he's like, "Well, I can't learn anything from it because he's only a 2nd level fighter with a little bit of training and some mysticism." But he says, "I tell you what, you can go bring someone back here who can, with the necessary arcana or religion, and you can just examine the altar in exchange for a fee." And so the Vecnans go to do that. They go to find someone in their organization that they can bring back to examine the altar. So if the altar is still intact when they return, then they will learn some secrets, which is not good, right? Right now, the information is contained within the cult of Caius, and other undead cults are trying to learn how he can imbue his undead with turn immunity and immunity to radiant damage. And so that's the whole point of the Vecnans. They want to learn that for their undead as well. But we prevented that because we destroyed the altar. Very good. Yeah. And we will.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What did you ask, Josh?
The XP is divided by 6.
No, that's already divided by 6. Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it's there were 6 of the Vecnans, right? The
So we each get 575.
Yeah, you each get 575. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I said. Yeah, it's because the Vecnans, one was worth 50 and one was worth 25. They were, and then each one of the swarms was worth, which we survived. We just had to survive those. Was worth 100, and the giant wasps were worth 100, and the curse that we encountered. Yeah, so it's 575 apiece.
I'm trying to find the XP chart.
900 for level 3, 2700 for level 4.
Yeah, 3 lasts a while. You will probably be level 3 for 3 or 4 episodes probably. But I think.
Oh my god! I just had an epiphany about this black smelly powder I keep carrying around.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so you develop an understanding of gunpowder then, and you will also craft your firearm at that point. Because you really don't have a.
Holy crap! Yeah, level 3 goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Level 3 is that way.
Holy
And I think
He's still doing the session though.
Dear God Almighty.
And so you get 1 XP.
okay. So good job. Very, very, very good. Anything else before we wrap the session and move into the retrospective?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So first of all, I want to note a couple of deficiencies on my part, and then I will open it for feedback. I had apparently when I set up the macro for the shadows, I had put in the damage for a shadow demon instead of a shadow, and I know that.
Mistake.
So I apologize for that. That was that caused unnecessary stress. So I apologize. Also, the break I had to take at 8. That may be a recurring thing. There is a friend of mine who is doing a podcast on Wednesday nights, and I don't know how frequently he'll ask me to join them for a segment. So I hope that doesn't cause a problem for anybody.
I think that's perfectly okay.
Okay.
Gives us time to brainstorm.
I will try to avoid doing it in the middle of combat, so I'll try to structure that to where we're not, because combat should be, exciting and flowing, and it shouldn't be interrupted with a 20-minute break. So I will try to steer things in a way that will avoid interrupting combat next time. And with that, I would be interested. First of all, so there are a couple of things that are decisions I make.
Sorry about that.
And right, so the hazards, right? The hazards in this case was the curse that triggers when you penetrate to the secret door, and you haven't the one that did the Constitution save and you took necrotic damage, and if you failed by 5 or more, you took strength loss. Right, so those would be classified as traps in 5th edition, and it is ambiguous. Well, ambiguous is not the word. It is left up to the DM to award or not award XP for overcoming and surviving traps, and I have done it both ways. I am now of the opinion that it should be awarded. The counter to that, from both a DM and a player standpoint, is that you are going to advance faster, which I know seems great at first, but then when you realize that we're probably going to have to scroll back around and create new first level characters when we get to about 9th or 10th level, having more time to play those characters may be something that you would want. You may want to slow down advancement at some point through there.
Maybe at some point, but the early levels are fairly kind of want to rush people. You don't want to stick there for too long.
Yeah. So I think maybe what I need to do is flag those as optional and leave it up to the. So different campaigns do different things. Like Pathfinder, you can just decide at any time, I'm just going to take half experience points going forward, right? And then just so that you can advance to the sweet spot for your character and then slow down progression. So I think maybe what I need to do with the hazards is make those optional XP that you can take or leave. What would you guys think about that?
Sure.
I mean, that sounds like a good balance, especially if we have, new players joining 3 or 4 weeks in, then they can kind of catch up as we're like, hey, I'm kind of at that sweet spot. Let's just kind of slow it down a little bit for me while everyone catches up.
Okay. I'll take that feedback, but I think that's the way we're going to go. So remind me in the future when I'm giving out the XP to indicate that the hazards are optional. The other thing, this seemed like a pretty well balanced. Once the damage of the shadows was adjusted to the correct value, it felt pretty balanced to me. So there were a couple of things that happened. So the gnome who was captured by the Templars, this was originally a gnome community, right? And he was going back to pay homage to gnomes that were killed there, and he knows the password to get past the shadows without engaging in combat, right? So if we had you kind of have a choice. You can beat the Templars or you can beat the shadows, and they use the same encounter budget. They should be equivalent combats, right? I guess maybe you could do something out of combat to convince the Templars to let go of the gnome. Maybe some sort of deception. But
They accept cash.
no.
They wouldn't.
No.
The Templars are dedicants to their way.
Well, specifically Folder.
And if their dedication is to literally slay thousands of magical creatures, they will fucking do it without being paid a single drop of penny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're zealots. Yeah. The other thing
You
was.
have to think people are like low-minded civilians who are just drawn in by whatever they see as true fate.
Right. The other thing was the Vecnans are not necessarily opponents, right? They are, a thoroughly evil cult, and I can see a lot of parties deciding that they need to just kill them, but that's not necessarily. If you just, as we saw, if you just let them go about their business, they find out that they need to go get a more advanced investigator, and they leave the scene. And that's what we did. But I can see how a lot of parties would say, "Oh, Vecnans, we need to kill them." So I don't know about that. I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah. Other than that, I felt pretty good about it overall. I thought that it ran quite well. But I would be interested in what you guys have to say. You were the ones who were on the other side playing it. So.
I do have a question real quick. The diplomacy moment for getting the writ of the base of operations writ for the Drow. Would there be any additional XP for that moment? Basically bullshit out of our ass.
You should have had inspiration for that, and I often get caught up in the action and forget to award inspiration. But that was definitely a situation where inspiration was earned, and if I were more conscientious, I should have awarded it. Yeah, you should not feel shy about reminding me when those occasions come up, because I am, like I say, very apt to get caught up in the story.
Honestly, it's hard to tell what you would think would be worth it. I mean, we could be pointing out tons of things.
Well, it's never going to hurt to ask, right? Yeah, I'm not going to be offended when you ask. Yeah, so you can begin the next session with inspiration. Yeah, because that definitely was you want to add in general the guidelines for awarding inspiration is something it is particularly flavorful and adds to the session that is not necessarily related to combat. Right, so good role playing or clever use of skills or tactics. Although I do see a lot of DMs, if you are particularly flavorful in combat, like you're good with your descriptions, that can also earn inspiration. If you do something that particularly elevates the session in combat, it can still be eligible for inspiration. But yeah, that definitely is a situation where inspiration should have been awarded. So yeah, David, you should start the next session with inspiration. And I will try to be more conscientious.
I think today was really smooth. Probably the best session I've been part of here. That part though, the diplomacy part, I feel like we needed a roll there. I feel like that should have been something that a dice determined, but that was the only thing I kind of questioned.
I think it was because of the mentioning of the Drow. Drow tend to rely on locations like this for life because they're not very much into sunlight. And Drow don't tend to shy away from such things as necromancy. I think it might have just sounded too natural to Dan, and that's probably something that might have just been like an oversight of it.
Yeah, so I will give you my thinking on that, why I didn't ask for a roll. So Rayson is charged with organizing this entire region for the cult. And while he has some resources, he needs more. And so the idea of allying with Drow, who would be amiable to his goals, and enjoying mutual support, and maybe he could even extract a stipend from them to allow them to stay unmolested. That was very attractive to him, and there was just really no reason for him to say no at that point, right? There was no possibility of failure the way it was presented to him, and so I didn't feel like there needed to be a role.
That makes sense. That was the only thing that I questioned as a player. I was like, I feel like there needs to be a dice roll here, but I wasn't saying anything because it was going our way.
Yeah, the only reason I even attempted was because I was pretty sure that, because we already have the knowledge from a prior interaction from High Elves that Drow are viewed fairly negatively.
Yes.
So, given the situation in that we had first stepped into the room with the followers of Vecna, the agents of Vecna, that the fact that they were even there, I decided to just try to take advantage of that situation, because Vecna is generally a typically evil aligned deity in some fashion.
Yeah, I wouldn't say generally. I would say he's always going to be evil. Yeah, his monikers are things like the destroyer of all that lives, and if you read his monikers, they're pretty thoroughly evil. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is that from what my character would kind of go as a viewpoint, just based on his history of what he's been through, he didn't see any particular reason that the person we were sent to retrieve would have any reason to disprove the knowledge that we were even agents of the Drow Reclamation. Right.
Yeah.
So the fact that we even had a name for such an organization.
Yeah. Rayson is very well traveled.
I thought it was clutch. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I'm just saying that's the whole reason I even went with it. My diplomacy sucks.
See, I thought that was just...
I wouldn't have even gone there, so I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent use of in-character knowledge and the campaign background. I thought that was very, very good. Yeah, like I said, it thoroughly deserved inspiration, and I just overlooked it. Anything else we want to bring up before we call it a night?
The only thing I had, and I'd be willing, I know I'm just not being third, but I'd be willing to start over at first level and play a cleric or something, but I feel like that's the only thing that we kind of deal with is we really don't have anything to remove curses or do any kind of in-fight heals or anything.
Right.
Yeah, loads of it.
Yeah, it's been
Well, as far as hit point damage goes, we do have paladins, right? And their ability to distribute one hit point of healing at a time makes them very, very effective in combat, because a character with one hit point is equally effective in combat as a character with full hit points. So, yeah.
By 5th level, I end up with lesser restoration as a spell.
And we do have... so the reason I injected a magic item with lesser restoration is because I have seen over time that it is one of the spells, even if you have a cleric, unless it's a life cleric, that's their domain spell, it's just so rarely prepared. And in Dimgaard, it is just so important. There are so many conditions, blindness and disease, and that are removed by lesser restoration, that it's just really... It's a must to be a part of the party. And like I say, even when you have a cleric, unless it's their domain spell that's always prepared, they rarely prepare it. So that's the reason I put it on a magic item, to ensure that we had at least one in the party. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, that fight, by the way, that final fight that we had, when... Because my character did a metric shit ton to the boss, single-handedly. Redirecting those skeleton warhorses to my character was actually pretty intimidating.
Yeah. Yeah, at first he was just going to let them just attack the nearest target because he has a telepathic bond with them. They'll obey his will, and but then he realized, well, there's only one guy who can see me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, good session.
That kind of stuff get dropped.
Yeah, I thought that it was. I thought that it struck a good balance between sufficiently challenging, but not overwhelming. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
18 AC was pretty hard to deal with. I just happened to roll decently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question is,
Skeletal war horses, so
Oh God.
bludgeoning damage helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 2d6 for their bludgeoning damage. It sort of puts a big hole in your chest.
Uh-huh.
What were you going to ask, Josh?
with developing adventures in general, so I understand you publish them, but for adventures that sort of, like the Thursday one, that more or less just pretty much just follows the PCs and what they do, you know, the options they take. How do you write for like a general audience rather than, you know, specifically following others, because they could deviate, you know, quite a lot from what we're doing.
Well, the real problem, the thing that I've run into, and you've seen this several times, is I will expect there to be a lot more violence involved, which takes up a lot of time, and like whenever you went after the Cambions on Thursday, or went to the Cambion, right, in the arena,
Yeah.
with the, and I was expecting that to involve a lot more combat, but you just pretty much just negotiated your way through, and we were done in 2 hours instead of 3.5. So whenever I write that up for publication, like in that particular one, I put in a random encounter table for that town of, so that if that happened, the DM could extend it with just a random set of city-based encounters. And I will do that sometimes. So that, yeah, there are things you can put in, that skills challenges can be used for a variety of reasons that don't involve combat. Like I considered putting in that one some skills challenges associated with the casino, in gambling in the casino, that the DM could use to stretch it if they needed to. But yeah, that is the one big challenge I have, is when players end up being short-circuiting the expected combat with negotiations. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good question. Anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
All right. What were you going to say, Jesse?
Never mind.
So one other thing, we have 6 here, and I know, like tonight we had a couple of people wanting to join late. Really 6 is, I think, is the top of the, I mean, you could go to 8, I typically will scale things to 8, but once you get past 6, things tend to slow down a lot, right? So I am inclined to stay at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there?
Like the max, really.
Yeah. Well, 6 gives you the opportunity, if someone has a 6 kid or whatever, you will still have 5 or 4 if up to 2 of them, and that's still a good number. And so
Helps for attrition.
Yeah, try working
Yeah.
with only 4, and like people tend to find themselves not being able to do anything.
yeah. Okay.
Horrible Tuesdays.
Another question, Dan. Are you okay with me progressing in the direction of grants?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Yeah. I mean,
Pardon?
yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think it could present some interesting complications for Wazire, but as far as yeah, so Gratz,
No, that's what I said already. I'm not sure.
yeah,
I'm fine with that.
probably Gratz would be the only demon lord that would be in that tenor. Yeah, all the others you would have very difficult time actually to build, like even Orcus or Demogorgon, or right, they're going to be so nihilistic that yeah. But
Well, that's why I chose Grants. Because he's actually capable of doing things.
yeah, so I'm all right with that.
Oath of Treachery, and it lists Grants as like one of the people that the Blackguard generally puts.
Yeah, that's probably a very good choice then for treachery, the Oath of Treachery. Yeah, so I'm all right with that. Sure. Anything else? All right, I will see you guys next week then. I enjoyed it.
Thanks for the game, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, bye.